All right, ladies and gentlemen, another night of exciting NBA basketball. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Detroit Pistons. These two teams just faced off a couple of days ago. Pistons got the win on the road against the Timberwolves. They got them home tonight on a Thursday night in the Motor City. No Anthony Edwards and no Jaden McDaniels again, so it's pretty much a similar starting core for the Timberwolves tonight. Ayo DeSumo is stepping up for Ant-Man tonight. He's going to be taking over in the starting shooting guard spot, led by Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, Dante DiVincenzo, and company. Pistons rolling with their usual starting five. Asar Thompson was just named Eastern Conference Defensive Player of the Month. That's the second time he's gotten that award this season. Jalen Duren, Danis Jenkins, Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson with Asar Thompson in this one. What's going on, Wesley? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you stopping into the stream. We are ready to rock and roll, moments away from tip-off, and we are all set and squared away here. Rudy Gobert and Jalen Duren to tip things off here. Duncan Robinson gets the tip, rolling over to Danis Jenkins at the top of the key, looking to set something up against Dante DiVincenzo to start it off. On a Thursday night in the Motor City, Danis Jenkins drives to his left, lays it up and in over Dante DiVincenzo with the first bucket of the basketball game. Hey, Dad's fantastic. 11:38 left to play here in the first quarter. Mike Conley has at the top of the key, working against Danis Jenkins on the right wing here. Gobert sets the screen, looking to operate in transition. Back over to Ayo. Reset it back over to Dante DiVincenzo. Backdoor find here. He sets up a three long ball. It's no good, off the mark, boarded by Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson looking to kick it in transition here, working against Ayo DeSumo, off to Jalen Duren at the top of the key, working against Rudy Gobert, switches off to Duncan Robinson, thought about a three, lays it up inside here for the floater, and it falls for Mr. Duncan Robinson. Pistons take a 4-0 lead. 11 minutes left to play in the first quarter here. Gobert has the top of the key, working against Jalen Duren one-on-one, off to Julius Randle, bothered by Tobias Harris. Backdoor find to Rudy Gobert. He gets fouled by Asar Thompson, and Rudy Gobert is going to go to the free throw line. What's going on? AM Doom, appreciate you stopping in. What's going on? Sack, welcome to the show. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Let me know who's going to win this game, Pistons or Timberwolves. Again, the second time these two teams have fought off against each other. They just played each other a couple days ago in Minnesota. The Pistons got the last laugh. Timberwolves back home against the, or on the road, this time at Little Caesars Arena to take on the Pistons on the road. Rudy Gobert misses the first free throw here. Not really known for his free throw shooting. Let's see if he can knock down one of two free throws. Second free throw on the way is up and in to cut it back down to a 4-1 deficit. Danis Jenkins crosses half court here, working against Dante DiVincenzo at the top of the key. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Drives to his left, looking for the open man. Off to Duncan Robinson, working against Mike Conley. Duncan has it over to Jalen Duren. Nearly loses it. Duren gets it back in transition here. He goes underneath the basket and puts it up and in. Kind of an awkward handle that Jalen Duren had. He came up with it, though, and puts it up and in. 6-1 basketball game. 10:23 left to play in the first quarter. Julius Randle has it for Minnesota, off to Ayo DeSumo. DeSumo has it, kick it back over to Julius Randle. He tries a wide open three, and he knocks it down. 6-4. First three of the basketball game belongs to Julius Randle. 10:06 left to play in the first quarter here, off to Danis Jenkins. Jenkins tries a triple himself, and he knocks it down as well. Great response from Danis Jenkins. Pistons take a 9-4 lead here. 9:54 left to play in the first quarter. Julius Randle has it. Intercepted by Asar Thompson. Asar on the fast break here. Reverse layup is no good. Ayo DeSumo has to foul him in traffic, so Asar Thompson is going to go to the free throw line. That is your Eastern Conference Defensive Player of the Month for the month of March. Like and subscribe if you guys are new to the stream. Appreciate you guys will stopping into the action. Had an unbelievable finish on Monday night against Oklahoma City Thunder. Multiple guys, multiple stars are missing for the Pistons, who were able to take the finals favorite to overtime. Unfortunately, that was a tough loss. We did respond nicely, though. We came back home, took down the Raptors at Little Caesars Arena, and we're looking for two in a row with the win tonight. Asar Thompson misses the first free throw here. He's back at the free throw line, trying to split the pair at the free throw line. Asar Thompson, second free throw on the way to give the Pistons a potential 6-point lead is good. Asar Thompson knocks it down. 10-4 basketball game. Asar Thompson is on the box score. Mike Conley has it, off to Julius Randle. Randle has it, switches back over to Conley. Conley tries a deep three. That's off the mark, no good. Boarded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert has it, working against Jalen Duren down low here. Off to Julius Randle. Randle thought about a triple on the right wing. Gobert sets the screen. Step back three for Julius Randle is off the mark. Duncan Robinson tries to save it. He does. It comes up to Jalen Duren. He crosses half court, working to push it in transition here for the Pistons on the left wing. Jalen Duren loses it. It's going to be poked away by Rudy Gobert. Conley comes up with it, looking to run the fast break here. Over to Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo pulls up from three and knocks it down. Pistons up by 3, both triples in this game belong to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Dennis Jenkins also has a 3 himself here. Looking to get it back in transition here. Goes to his left, working against Dante DiVincenzo. Spin move, kick it back outside to Ausar Thompson. Ausar looking at Duncan Robinson. Feeds it right back to Ausar. He drives baseline inside to Jalen Duren. Duren has it, puts up the bucket. He wanted a foul. He's not going to get it, though. Nice drive, though, inside from Jalen Duren. Pistons have a 5-point lead here. Julius Randle has the top of the key. Off to Dante DiVincenzo, working against Duncan Robinson. Dante goes inside here, kick it back out to Ayo Dosunmu. He tries a triple. That's off the mark, no good. Boarded by Ausar Thompson. Ausar has it in traffic here. Duncan sets the screen, goes to his left, looking to operate down the stretch here. Over to Jalen Duren. Duren backdoor find to Ausar Thompson. It's a bad pass out of bounds, but it looked like Mike Conley fouled Ausar Thompson, so it's going to be Pistons basketball out of bounds coming back up next. What's going on, Serge? Appreciate you stopping in. What's going on, Jimmy? Everybody rules. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys will tune into the action. Pistons have the 76ers coming up on Saturday. That's going to be an interesting matchup because you could potentially face, for the first time, a healthy 76ers team this season. Dennis Jenkins' mid-range jump shot is no good, off the mark, boarded by the Timberwolves. Off to Julius Randle on the right wing, working against Tobias Harris. Conley has it, working at the top of the key here. Over to Julius Randle. Thought about a 3 against Tobias Harris. One-on-one, good defense from Tobias. Over to Ayo Dosunmu. Dosunmu run into a brick wall against Ausar Thompson. Back over to Conley. Step back 3 from Mike Conley is good. 12-10 basketball game. 7:45 left to play in the first quarter. Pistons have a 2-point lead. Ausar Thompson has it, working against Rudy Gobert at the top of the key, behind the pack pass to Jalen Duren. Duren goes up with the left hand and finishes it down. 14-10 basketball game. Pistons take a 4-point lead. 7:30 left to play in the first quarter here. Ayo Dosunmu has it, working to operate down the stretch here for the Timberwolves. Inside to Gobert, between the leg pass to Conley. Conley draws the foul against Jalen Duren, and Conley's going to shoot a pair of free throws. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Appreciate you guys all stopping into the stream. Welcome to the party, folks. Pistons take a 4-point lead over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Again, this is the second time these two teams have faced off in the last 5 days or so, because they played them on the road in Minnesota a couple days ago. Got the job done. And they're looking for 2 wins in a row against the Timberwolves on a Thursday night here. So Conley's at the free throw line. Free throw is on the way. 14-11 basketball game. Yeah, Tigers home opener tomorrow. Hopefully we can get a win. Framber Valdez is going to be on the mound against the Cardinals, I think that is. So, yeah, 2 key players out for the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. No Jaden McDaniels, no Anthony Edwards. Timberwolves looking at a possible, I got to check the standings. I think they're a possible 6 seed, I want to say, in the Western Conference. So 14-12 basketball game. Appreciate you guys will stop in. Conley knocks down both free throws. Dennis Jenkins drives inside, backdoor find of Jalen Duren. Duren puts it up and in. He missed the first attempt, got his own rebound, and laid it up a second time, and it goes down. Dante DiVincenzo has it on the right wing, off to Julius Randle. Randle has it, working against Tobias Harris. Step back jump shot for Julius Randle's no good. Ausar comes down with the rebound. Over to Mr. Duncan Robinson. Robinson has it on the left wing here. Tobias sets the screen. Duncan nearly lost it. Gets it back, though, over to Tobias Harris. Tobias has the top of the key. Jalen Duren sets the screen for Tobias. Tobias looking at Dennis Jenkins. Mid-range jump shot for Jenkins. It falls. 18-12 basketball game. Pistons take a 6-point lead. I believe the Pistons were about a 5.5, 6-point favor heading into this basketball game tonight. Ayo Dosunmu has the top of the key, over to Rudy Gobert. Gobert has it, looking at Julius Randle. Randle against Jalen Duren on the left wing here. Goes to his right against Tobias Harris. He draws the foul. And he's going to go to the free throw line and try and make it a 3-point game. And I believe we have our first timeout of the game here called by the Minnesota Timberwolves. So we're going to go to a commercial break. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, criticisms, let me know in the chat and I will answer them accordingly to your guys' discretion. We're going to a commercial break. Appreciate you guys will stopping in. Welcome to the action, folks. 18-12 basketball game. What's going on, MSU? How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you stopping in. I just added a brand new emote for the members. We got a Detroit basketball emote, so hopefully you guys like that as well. Yeah, that was a crazy game that we had on Monday night. That was electric down to the wire. We broke our YouTube viewership record. We got up to 994 viewers at the very end of the stream once we got into overtime. So that was a really amazing game. We had an opportunity to win that game at the buzzer, and Danis Jenkins fell just a little bit short off the rim, and it was going to overtime, and the Thunder got the last laugh. But SGA had like a million free throws in that game, and the Pistons did a pretty good job slowing him down for the most part, even though like half his points came from the free throw line. He ended up finishing, I think, with like 40 or 45 points in that one. Got our frustration out against the Toronto Raptors on Tuesday. So the good news is for all of you guys is I'm going to be doing every single Pistons game the rest of the way. The only one I'm going to be missing next is the Monday matchup against the Orlando Magic. And everything else from here on out will be guaranteed to be covered on the YouTube channel, including the playoffs. I'm not missing any postseason basketball. I already told my bowling friends, I'm like, hey, when the schedule comes out mid-April, if the Pistons fall on a Monday or a Tuesday, sorry, I'm not going to be here. So, yeah, should be an interesting matchup. Like I said, if you guys want to take a look at the standings here, I believe I actually pulled it up here. Give me 1 second. There they are right there. So the Pistons right now are at the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. They currently have about a 4-game lead over the Boston Celtics. You got the New York Knicks, the Cavs at the 4 seed, the Hawks at the 5 seed. The Sixers are the 6 seed, which is a little bit interesting. Look at how close the gap is between the 5, 6, 7, and 8 seed, within like 2 or 3 games of each other. So these next couple games over the next week and a half or so are going to be very interesting to determine who's going to be in the play-in tournament, who's going to actually get the 6th seed. I mean, even the Hawks, they could slip off as well. So it's going to be really curious down the stretch to see who the Pistons' first-round matchup's going to be. It could be the Raptors. It could be the Hornets. We could get the Orlando Magic or the Miami Heat that might creep up into the 8th seed. So there's a lot of different possibilities over the next week and a half or so that the Pistons have to keep an eye out because, again, the Sixers, Saturday is going to be an interesting game because it's going to be the first time the Pistons have played the Sixers with like a healthy roster. Paul George went off the other day for the Sixers. Joel Embiid is slowly starting to get back healthy along with Tyrese Maxey. So that is a dangerous 6th seed in the Eastern Conference for the Philadelphia 76ers. But I thought I'd show you guys that, and we'll talk about it as well during the halftime break. Still in a commercial break, getting back from commercial break, and we are all ready to rock and roll. Did they try to appeal that terrible tech that Thompson got last game? Oh, I saw that. Yeah, where he was like doing like the universal challenge for like signaling a challenge, and the ref did not appreciate that, and they gave him a tech. That was one of the worst technical fouls I've ever seen in my life. What's up, Cornelius? How you doing, buddy? What up, Doe? Appreciate you stopping in. Welcome to the party. Julius Randle's back at the free throw line. First free throw is good. Barely knocks it down. 18-13 basketball game. Good to see Cade Cunningham on the sidelines now for the Pistons, cheering the guys on. They actually just came out with a report today that said he's going to, in fact, miss another week of games just to be extra cautious to make sure that lung doesn't get further damaged. Honestly, I would rather it be that way because, listen, the Pistons are going to lock up the 1 seed very soon. Why risk Cade coming back for the next couple games right before the playoffs? I'd rather him just be out the regular season and him come back strong next year in the postseason as well. So Tobias Harris knocks it down here. He got a nice layup from Danis Jenkins. Ayo DeSumo pulls up from 3 back the other way. He knocks it down. 20-17 basketball game, and Tobias Harris is limping a little bit as he crosses half court here. Hopefully, they're actually going to take a look at this here. Tobias Harris is limping on that last possession for the Pistons. So JB Bickerstaff is actually taking a precautionary timeout here to make sure Tobias Harris is okay. It looked like when he went up for the layup against Rudy Gobert, it looked like he stepped on Rudy Gobert's shoe, and it might have tweaked his ankle a tad here. So do not want to have that happen for the Pistons right now. Tobias Harris is one of your go-to guys if you want to get a bucket right now in the starting five. So hopefully Tobias is all right. We're going to go right back to another commercial break. What's going on? T on Twitch, welcome to the show. Waiting to see what happens to the Red Wings game tonight. The Red Wings have to win tonight because the Flyers and the Red Wings, I think they're tied for points right now. I think it's 68 points. I want to say, I could be wrong with that. All I know is that they're tied in the point column. And they're trying to catch the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's like the only team we can catch because Boston's starting to kind of creep ahead for the first wild card seed. But yeah, the Wings have to win against the Flyers. I don't even know what's the score right now for the Wings game. Let me see. Let me pull it up on ESPN on the box score and see what we got here. The Wings, okay, it's tied 0-0 right now, but that's a big game to monitor for the Wings as well. What do you think about the whole situation with that? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You know, I wish him the best, but that whole situation is something within itself. Where's Minnesota in the standings? Wondering because of the pick swap. So Minnesota right now, it's a good question. I was actually looking at an NBA mock draft today, and apparently if the season ended today, okay, the Pistons basically would have right now, I think it's pick 22. Let me actually double check this. The Pistons would currently have, let me scroll down here. Yeah, they get pick 22 from the Timberwolves. Because remember, when we traded Jaden Ivey to the Bulls, it was a 3-team trade between us, the Bulls, and the Timberwolves. And currently, the Timberwolves are at pick 28 right now. So, because of that pick swap, the Pistons basically moved up like 5 or 6 spots in the NBA draft. So, you got Kevin Huerter out of it too as well. He's been playing pretty good. He kind of took him about a month and a half to fully get his rhythm underneath him in a new offense for the Pistons. But, you know, like I said, I think right now, I think we can clearly say we won the trade as of right now. I mean, you're going to get a better draft pick, and you got a guy that can help you win games, especially in the playoffs. Don't really know if we're going to extend Kevin Huerter this offseason. This is the last year of his deal. But hey, like if he can help us win games, you know, maybe we can get him on a team-friendly deal for next year, and we'll see what happens. Biggest challenge in the East right now, all around, I think, is the Boston Celtics. We've already proven that we can go toe-to-toe with the New York Knicks. Maybe the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think the Celtics and the Cavs are the two teams that the Pistons have got to be worried about. The Hawks are a sneaky team as well come playoff time. But again, I think, you know, could they match up with the Pistons later in the playoffs? Maybe. But we'll see, though. They have to go through some other teams to get there. But yeah, update on Cade Cunningham. They just reevaluated him today. A report came out that said he's making slowly good progress towards getting back on the court. They're just monitoring the situation more heavily to where he's going to be out for another week until they evaluate him again, kind of around before the playoffs start. Duncan Robinson comes on the floor here, and right off the commercial break, knocks down a big three from beyond the arc. Pistons take a 23-17 lead here. Timberwolves going with a couple substitutions on the floor right now. For the Timberwolves, you got Highland, Reed, Ayo DeSumo, Dante DiVincenzo, and Gobert on the floor right now. Gobert has it, backdoor fine to Dante DiVincenzo. Kick it back outside here for Highland. Highland drives inside here, step back jump shot for Bones. Highland is good. 23-19 basketball game. We got a 23-19. Monsters Inc. Anybody? 5:11 left to play here in the first quarter. Timberwolves intercept the pass here from the Pistons, and it looks like Duncan Robinson commits a stupid foul. Literally, the Timberwolves are about to fall out of bounds with the basketball against Highland, and Duncan Robinson commits a foul. So it's going to be Timberwolves basketball to bounds here. But yeah, appreciate you guys all stopping and welcome to the show. Pistons 23, Timberwolves 19. Naz Reid pulls up from deep. That's beyond the. That's off the mark. No good. Boarded by the Pistons. Jalen Duren has it. Crosses half court here, working against the Timberwolves. Jalen Duren has it. Working against Minnesota. He throws it out of bounds here. It looked like he had a miscommunication between him and Duncan Robinson on the right side there. It's going to be a turnover, bad pass from Jalen Duren. So, Timberwolves are going to get it back here. Huerter's probably staying unless something happens with Tobias. Yeah, Tobias and Kevin Huerter are going to be two interesting situations come the offseason to see what they're going to do with that. I would personally, I think I'd value Tobias more than Kevin Huerter in terms of like contract situations. But I mean, I'd like to have both of them again next year, but we'll see what happens because you got free agency still and then the draft as well to deal with as well. Highland on the left wing here. Step back three for Bones. Highland is off the mark, boarded by Karis LeVert. Over to Mr. Kevin Huerter on the left wing here, working against Naz Reid. Goes to his right, over to Mr. Javonte Green. Green working against Reid on the left wing, back over to Jalen Duren. Duren has it, working down low against Reid. It's going to be poked away by Naz Reid, out of bounds, Pistons basketball. Yeah, definitely got to take care of the ball, limit turnovers, and second chance opportunities. We just have to board better. We're still missing Isaiah Stewart, our rim protector. We're hoping to get him back for the Saturday game against the 76ers, so we'll see what happens with that. There's 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Jalen Duren has to chase down the basketball. He's working down low inside here, and it looks like he just lost control of the basketball. So another turnover, back-to-back turnovers for the Pistons as the Timberwolves get back the other way here. Timberwolves working at the top of the key. Kyle Anderson checks in the game here from Minnesota. Over to the Timberwolves. Timberwolves have it. Ayo Dosunmu has it on the right wing here, working down low against the Pistons. Shot off the glass is no good. Gobert grabs the rebound. Highland thought about a three on the right wing, looking to back it out now for a fresh chance here. Working down low against Jalen Duren to his right, puts it up and in. Tough shot for Highland, cuts it back down to a 2-point game. Pistons basketball back the other way here. Danis Jenkins drives inside. Layup is off the mark. Here come the Timberwolves back the other way. Timberwolves working in transition. Ayo Dosunmu shot is off the mark, no good. Boarded by the Pistons. Kevin Huerter comes up with it back the other way on the right wing here. Over to Mr. Karis LeVert. Back over to Jalen Duren. Duren finds it right back to LeVert. LeVert drives inside. Shot off the windows, no good, in and out. Javonte Green chases down the rebound. It's Kevin Huerter now at the basketball, top of the key. Jalen Duren sets the screen for Huerter. Huerter goes to his left, working inside here. Backdoor find to Jalen Duren for the layup. Kevin Huerter has been such a really good passer for the Pistons, able to find guys in the right spots down low. Him and Jalen Duren have an underrated connection going on. 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Pistons 25, Timberwolves 21. Highland has it top of the key here, working against Kevin Huerter. Highland has it on the left wing here. Kick it back out to Naz Reid. Reid drives inside, misses the dunk. It's going to be called a foul, though, against Jalen Duren. It's a late foul call on Jalen Duren. So Naz Reid's going to go shoot some free throws. Think this will be a close game? We'll see. I mean, if the Timberwolves can make some shots down the stretch, I mean, Dante DiVincenzo was their leading scorer for the Timberwolves the last time these two teams faced off against each other. So if they can make some threes, Julius Randle's going to be the X factor for them because, again, you don't have Ant-Man, you don't have Jaden McDaniels. So they're going to have to really rely on their depth if they want to win this game. Naz Reid misses the first free throw. Hopefully Tobias Harris is all right. He exited, I don't want to say exited the game, but he came off the court with a little bit of an injury. He was limping crossing half court. JB Bickerstaff had to call a timeout. No official update yet on Tobias Harris, but if we can't get him back in this game, that'd be a big loss for the Pistons. Naz Reid knocks down the free throw. 25-22 basketball game. 2:40 left to play in the first quarter here. Over to Mr. Kevin Huerter. Huerter on the right wing, working against the Minnesota defense. Back outside to Karis LeVert, working against Kyle Anderson. Over to Paul Reed, who checks in the game here for the Pistons. Over to Kevin Huerter. Red Velvet fires from three, and he knocks it down. Red Velvet, Kevin Huerter from beyond the arc. 28-22 basketball game. Minnesota has it. Swings it over to Highland. Highland has it on the left wing, working against Kevin Huerter. Down low now to Naz Reid, working against Ron Holland, who checked in the game for the Pistons. Over to Julius Randle. Randle fires for three and knocks it down. 28-25 basketball game. Pistons take a 3-point lead. 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Karis LeVert has it, working against Julius Randle. Stolen away by Julius Randle. Randle drives all the way inside for the layup. Nice defensive play from Julius Randle. It's a 1-point game. 1:50 left to play in the first quarter here. Karis LeVert has it on the right wing, working against Kyle Anderson. Swings it over to Paul Reed. Reed working against Naz Reid at the top of the key here. Looking to operate for the open man. Over to Mr. Ron Holland. Holland working against Reed. Holland drives inside, goes all the way to the rim. Right-handed layup is good for Ron Holland. Ron Holland gets on the board for a nice, crafty finish. 30-27 basketball game. Timberwolves get it back the other way. Naz Reid over to Mr. Highland. Highland pulls up from three. Rattles in and out, no good. Javonte Green saves it. Up to Kevin Huerter. Huerter crosses half court, working against the Timberwolves. Catch and shoot three for Huerter is off the mark. It's going to be boarded by the Timberwolves. Troy Jr. drives inside here. Right-handed layup for Troy Jr. is good. 30-29 basketball game. Still within a 1-point game. Pistons 30, Timberwolves 29, 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Paul Reed has it, top of the key here, working to finish in transition over to Kevin Huerter. Backdoor find now to Paul Reed, working down low inside. Paul Reed tried to get it backdoor to Kevin Huerter on a cut. It was a bad pass, though, from Paul Reed. It's going to be a turnover. Pistons basketball back the other way. Get to your guys' comments here at the commercial break. Appreciate you guys engaging in the chat as well. Usually when the game's going on, I'm kind of dialed in on the commentary, but when there's a commercial break, I'll be happy to answer the chat. Julius Randle, step back three is off the mark, no good. Over to Mr. Paul Reed. Paul Reed in transition here, working down low. Inside, right-handed layup for Paul Reed's off the mark. It's going to be boarded by the Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson comes up with it. He's going to wait until the final shot here in the first quarter. About a 2-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Pistons up by 1 here. Julius Randle has it at the top of the key, down by 1 with 11 seconds left in the first quarter. Julius Randle working against Kevin Huerter. Randle drives inside, kick it back out to Highland. Highland tries a deep triple. That's off the mark, no good. Timberwolves put it back up and in. It looked like Kyle Anderson with a nice finish. Volleyball spikes it in. 1 second. Karis LeVert's got to get a half-court shot off. It's going to be off the mark, and the Pistons go down by 1 heading into the second quarter, heading into another commercial break. All right, let's see here. You think they'll win by 60? They will not win by 60 points. What's up, SGA? How you doing? From what I've seen so far, who do you think's winning this? It's anybody's basketball game. The Pistons were, I think, a 5-point favorite before tip-off starts. Take care of the basketball. Tigers have hitting problems again, 100%. Kevin McGonigal as your rookie hitter, as your best hitter on the team, is a good thing and a bad thing. It's kind of embarrassing when the guy literally just made his MLB debut last week and he's already your best hitter. It's like, where's the rest of the offense? Let's see here. Your expert guy said Detroit should win in a high-scoring game. Yeah, expert guy. Interesting, Junior. Yeah, I mean, we blew that, what was it, a 5-1 to lead in the 8th inning the other day against the Diamondbacks. That was brutal. And then Scooble pitches a great game, and the Tigers lose 1-0. It's like, where's the run support for Scooble? So, absolutely crazy. Pistons will get to 60 wins. That's tough to say. I mean, you got, how many games you got left? You got about 7 games left, 5 to get to 60. It's going to be close. Maybe. We'll see. I think the Pistons have only had like a couple of 60-win seasons. It's hard to get to 60 wins in the NBA. But the Phil Jackson rule stated that, I think, what was it, the 40-20 rule, where the first team to get to, or if you get to 40 wins first before you hit 20 losses, it puts you in like a statistical category of like chances to win the NBA Finals. It's like the last 90% of all the NBA Finals champs have had that stat in the regular season. So yeah, kind of crazy. Who do you guys think's going to win this game, Timberwolves or Pistons? If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys will stop into the action. Again, cannot wait until the NBA postseason arrives. Looking around, like I said, about 16-ish days away or so. I think the first game is April 18th, which is a Saturday. So you get the 19th, which is a Sunday. So curious to see who the Pistons get in their matchup as the 8 seed. Because I think how it goes, it's the 7 plays the 8. Whoever wins gets the 7 seed, and then the loser of that game plays the winner of the 9-10 to get the 8 seed, basically. Yeah. So if the loser of the 9-10 is eliminated, and then the winner of that plays the loser of the 7-8 to get the final 8 spot. I think that's how it goes for the play-in seed. But yeah, is it best of 3 or is it just one game? I can't remember if it's just sudden death, 1-game elimination like they did with the MLB wild card, or if it's a best of 3 for the play-in tournament. I can't remember exactly what the format is with that. In a commercial break right now, guys, Pistons are down 1. This could be a good, entertaining basketball game. Again, the Pistons won against the Timberwolves a couple days ago in Minnesota. Julius Randle didn't really have himself a good game, though. So if he has a better game today, Pistons are going to be in a good matchup. It's just a winner-take-all one game. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so getting a top 6 seed is a pretty big deal because you don't have to sweat it out. Imagine, like, getting the 7 seed and missing the playoffs. Like, you lose the 7-8, and then you play the winner of the 9-10 for the 8 seed, and you lose that. That'd be brutal. Back from commercial break here, Julius Randle drives inside, kick it back outside to Mr. Naz Reid. Reid puts up a floater that is off the mark, boarded by Kevin Huerter. Over to Marcus Sasser, who checks into the game now for the Pistons. Back over to Kevin Huerter on the right wing, working over to Mr. Ron Holland. Holland has it, swings it over to Sasser at the top of the key. Sasser drives inside here. Right-handed hook shot is no good. He gets fouled, though. I don't know if they're going to call this a shooting foul or on the floor here, but I think Sasser could potentially be going to the free throw line. Julius Randle's got 10 points. Duren's got 10 points, both leading scorers for each respected team. And I think it's just going to be on the floor here. So 11:33 left to play in the first half. Timberwolves 31, Pistons 30. Oh, it is a shooting foul. Okay, so Marcus Sasser is going to go to the free throw line. Knocks down the first free throw. What's going on, C. Burr? Appreciate you stopping in. Thank you for the kind words. Welcome, welcome. Might as well call up Max Clark. He's a better, he can't play worse than Crean or Torkelson. Yeah, well, Tobias Harris is going to the locker room, by the way. So that's a bad sign for Pistons fans. Hopefully Tobias Harris is all right. Marcus Sasser knocks down both free throws. The last thing you want is for Tobias Harris to be injured right now. So hoping he's all right. Yeah, Parker Meadows is another situation. I'd rather play Max Clark over Parker Meadows. Timberwolves fire from 3. That shot is off the mark. Troy Jr. misses it. Boarded by Kevin Huerter. Huerter has it in transition over to Ron Holland. Back over to Karis LeVert on the left corner here, working against Kyle Anderson. Paul Reed gets it back over to LeVert. LeVert has it, working against Naz Reid. Step back 3 for Karis LeVert from the corner is good. What a shot from Karis LeVert. I tell you what, Karis LeVert has actually played pretty well the past couple days for the Pistons. Timberwolves have it back the other way. It's going to be intercepted by Mr. Ron Holland, who comes up with the steal here. Holland has it in transition, fires over to Mr. Karis LeVert. Paul Reed looking to set the screen on the left wing. LeVert dances on Naz Reid, drives inside. Left-handed layup from Karis LeVert is good. 97. That'd be something in the second quarter. 37-31 basketball game. 7-0 run for the Pistons. Kyle Anderson has it on the left wing here over to Julius Randle, working against Marcus Sasser. Mismatch galore right there at the top of the key. Kevin Huerter comes to help. It's back over to Troy Jr. Jr. drives inside, kick it back out to Naz Reid. He tries a triple, and it's good. 37-34 basketball game. Pistons up by 3. Here come the Stones back the other way. Sasser has it on the right wing here. Backdoor find to Karis LeVert. LeVert now catches and shoots for 3. That shot's way off the mark. It's boarded by the Timberwolves. Inside here to Troy Jr. on the fast break for the nice, easy layup. 9:50 left to go in the first half here. Pistons 37, Timberwolves 36. Appreciate you guys will stopping in, like, and subscribe if you guys are new. It's free, and it helps me out. Sasser at the top of the key here, swings it over to Kevin Huerter. Huerter drives backdoor inside for the nice layup. 39-36 basketball game. I am fumbling my words galore today. 9:30 left to go in the first half here. Timberwolves have it top of the key here. It's going to be a foul called on Ron Holland. Looked like he ran into Naz Reid coming off the screen there. It's going to be Timberwolves basketball. Both players are shaken up in this game. Tobias Harris is already headed to the locker room. The last thing we want is another Pistons injury from Ron Holland. OMSSY, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun doing this. This is my first year doing the play-by-play stuff for my home team, the Pistons, and yeah, looking forward to it, man. It's going to be fun. Ron Holland and Naz Reid exchanging a couple words here as we're going to the bench. They actually might take a look at this for a potential flagrant foul. So there's a stoppage in play right now. There's 9:27 left to play in the second quarter. The Timberwolves are going to challenge this here, basically to see if it's actually a flagrant foul. It looked like Naz Reid and Ron Holland were kind of coming off of a screen, and they kind of both ran into each other. I don't think it was really any ill intent of anything beyond just a common foul. They both went down to the ground at like the same time. But we're in a commercial break right now while we figure out that challenge. Tobias, earlier in the first quarter, he was going up for a layup, and he kind of landed awkwardly on Rudy Gobert's like leg. It's one of those scary situations where you come down shooting off of a layup or a jump shot. He kind of fell and his leg like landed on Gobert's leg. So I think he's probably going to get an x-ray to make sure nothing's serious. I mean, he was walking off the court, but JB Bickerstaff immediately noticed something right away, and he wasted no time calling a timeout to make sure Tobias is all right. But yeah, absolutely crazy. When does Cade get back? So Cade's, I would imagine, hopefully by game 1 of the NBA playoffs. If I was a Pistons fan, or if I was I am a Pistons fan. If I was a realistic Pistons fan, I would want Cade to be healthy enough for the playoffs. I'd rather him be for the playoffs instead of like the last couple meaningless games of the regular season when the Pistons are probably going to lock up the 1 seed in the next couple days, I would imagine. I'll show it on the screen again here. Pistons right now have a 4-game lead over the Boston Celtics as the 1 seed. You got about what, like 7 or 8 games left in the regular season, if that. I don't even think it's that much. Let me actually check to see how many games the Pistons have. They got the Sixers on Saturday, which is going to be a good game, I think. So tune into that. I'll be doing the play-by-play for that on Saturday. Yeah, they got the Sixers, the Magic, the Bucks, the Hornets, the Pacers. There's 5 games left. So really, I think we're tied with the Celtics in terms of tiebreakers. So we actually kind of have to have a better record, that 1 game better than the Celtics to get officially the 1 seed. So I believe if we win tonight, if we win against the Sixers, no matter what Boston does, I'm pretty sure we would lock up the 1 seed at that point. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing the rest of the regular season except for the Magic game next Monday. And then I'll be doing every single NBA playoff game for the Pistons the rest of the way. So, going to be curious to see who ends up as the 8 seed for the Pistons. I mean, I would say there's probably, what, a 2% chance the Pistons fall to the 2 seed. The only way the Pistons blow this, they would have to lose out and Boston would have to win out, which I don't really see happening. So I'm just going to firmly say that the Pistons are going to get the 1 seed, so we shall see here. 39-36 basketball game. Getting back from commercial break, let's see what the status of this challenge is here. It's kind of an awkward fall between Naz Reid and Ron Holland. They both went down to the ground. Looks like the Pistons are charged with a timeout here, so the Pistons lose the challenge. Paul Reed grabs the rebound, though. Back come the Pistons, back the other way here. Ron Holland goes all the way to his right. It's blocked by Naz Reid out of bounds. It's going to be Pistons basketball to bounds here. We have the tiebreaker over Boston, so all the Pistons have to do is just win 2 games or win 1 game and hope the Celtics don't sweep their next 6. Okay, that makes sense. What's up, Beatty? How you doing, buddy? Ron Holland on the right wing here over to Paul Reed. Paul Reed has it. Back over to Karis LeVert. Kevin Huerter has it on the right wing here, working against Troy Jr. Down low to Paul Reed at the top of the key. Over to Mr. Marcus Sasser. Sasser, step back 3 from Marcus Sasser is off the mark. Naz Reid chases down the rebound. Back over to Julius Randle. Randle has it over to Troy Jr. Jr. drives inside here. Nice crafty finish at the rim for the layup. 39-38 basketball game. Kevin Huerter crosses half court, working in transition for the Pistons. Drives all the way inside here. Left-handed layup is no good. Boarded by Naz Reid. Reid has it, catches it over to Troy Jr., back over to Julius Randle. Randle thought about a 3, drives inside here. Left-handed layup for Julius Randle is good. And the Timberwolves take the lead. 40-39 basketball game. And immediately, we're going right back to a timeout commercial break. Pistons take a timeout here. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the action, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I believe the Pistons have used 3 timeouts, and the Timberwolves still have not used a timeout yet. Does that say 3 or 4? That's 4 timeouts. Pistons have used 4 timeouts. Yeah, but I like that take from Kevin Huerter, though. He just kind of shot was a little bit off the mark. He kind of had an awkward angle working against the Timberwolves right there. Again, we're still in a commercial break. Timberwolves take the lead. JB Bickerstaff wanted to stop the momentum there, and we shall see. Pistons have the Sixers coming up next on Saturday. Looking forward to that matchup. I don't know if we're going to get Joel Embiid or not. I think we're going to get Tyrese Maxey, maybe Paul George. Joel Embiid, though, is like, it seems like every game is 50-50 chance with him. They're like monitoring his whole knee situation that's bothered him for like the last 5 centuries. So because you got the playoffs around the corner, but they're also like the 6th seed right now, so they kind of have to, solidify that 6th seed as well. So, that'll be a good matchup, though. You got an all-star in Tyrese Maxey. He's one of the best point guards in the East. And Joel Embiid, former MVP winner, if he's healthy. So, we shall see. Red Wings 1-0 at the end of 1. Perfect. We have to win this game tonight. You got limited games left to make the playoffs, especially with the Flyers. You and the Flyers, the same amount of points between each other. The Red Wings cannot lose that game. But yeah, like I was saying, though, it's kind of ironic how, we're playing against the Timberwolves. So if we win this game, it actually helps our draft pick because we have Minnesota's first round pick rights this year because we did that pick swap in the Jaden Ivey trade. So the Timberwolves currently have the Pistons, and they're right around pick 27, 28, and the Pistons are projected to get 22 or 23 in the NBA draft this year. I think that could end up being a ginormous addition for the Pistons, assuming that they'll keep the draft pick. This is one of the most stacked draft classes we've had in recent memory. So I think you could get a guy that can contribute right away. Again, Duncan Robinson on a 3-year deal. Still see what happens with Tobias Harris, Kevin Huerter. There's a lot of guys that you can kind of restructure their contracts or pay them or re-sign them or let them go. We're probably going to pay Jalen Duren this offseason. There was actually a quote that was awesome from Jalen Duren today. He's like, I hope Cade Cunningham's my point guard for my entire time in the NBA, and he wants to be a Piston for life. So it's super cool that you got your young core in Asar Thompson, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, and probably Isaiah Stewart. I don't think Isaiah Stewart. I can't really see Isaiah Stewart being in any other uniform other than the Pistons. I'm actually wearing his jersey right now. So, lot of bright spots for this team because again, you're in a perfect situation to where you can set yourself up for a deep playoff run this season if they stay healthy and, execute in crunch time situations and make free throws. But again, they didn't really give up their draft core like the Cavs did or the Knicks did or some of these other teams that are at a more higher pressure to win now. So I think the Pistons are in a good spot here to kind of have a lot of different options. Asar Thompson on the right wing here, back over to Jalen Duren. Duren finds Marcus Sasser, backdoor find to Asar Thompson. Asar drives baseline, kick it back out to Duncan Robinson. Duncan thought about a 3 inside Jalen Duren. 2-man game to Duncan Robinson. Asar misses the layup. I think he got fouled, though, underneath. So it's going to be free throws for the Pistons. 8:12 left to go in the first half. They're going to get Kyle Anderson for the foul. You're getting Joel Embiid. He's got to play. He's got to ramp up, not down. Yeah, especially before the playoffs start. He's got to get as many reps as he can. But, yeah, he's going to be probably a game-time decision. Duncan Robinson knocks down the first free throw. Timberwolves 40, Pistons 40. Back from commercial break. Appreciate you guys will stopping in. What's going on, King? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Go Pistons. What's going on? I'll be going to Detroit's second game against the Magic on Monday. Nice. There you go. Yeah, because the national championship is that night too. So you got Michigan Wolverines Final Four on Saturday, and then if they win, they'd play the national championship opponent on Monday night. 41-40 basketball game. Pistons knock down both free throws. Troy Jr. has it at the top of the key, working down low, kick it back outside. Dante DiVincenzo swings it around here to Julius Randle. It's going to be poked away by Asar Thompson. Basketball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Timberwolves basketball. And say all you want about Asar Thompson's offensive game. I know it's not the best and the greatest in the world, but the guy is an elite defender. Anytime you can have a 2-time defensive player of the month in the same season, that's a win in anybody's record book. So Asar Thompson is an absolute unit, and he's going to only improve for the near future. Timberwolves knock down the shot. Dante DiVincenzo lays it up and in. Duncan Robinson drives inside. It's going to be intercepted by Julius Randle. Randle has it on the fast break here, crosses half court against Asar Thompson, goes to his right, drives inside, back out to Mike Conley. He tries a triple and knocks it down. Pistons down by 4 against the Timberwolves with 7:30 left to play in the first half here. 7 turnovers now for the Pistons. Yeah, hopefully Tobias is all right. No real update yet on him yet. Sasser has it. Thought about a 3. Back over to Asar Thompson. Asar drives inside. Mid-range jump shot for Asar is no good. Boarded by Julius Randle. Randall has the top of the key here, working against Asar Thompson on the right wing. Randall has it, drives, working inside here. Ball is deflected up to Mike Conley. Conley feeds it back down low to Julius Randle, working on the post against Asar Thompson. Randall has it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Turnaround jump shot for Julius Randle's no good. Great defense from Asar Thompson. Holland has it back the other way here on the right wing. Holland takes it inside, kick it back out to Marcus Sasser. Left wide open from the corner for 3 is no good. Boarded by the Timberwolves, and the Timberwolves take their first timeout of the game. Timberwolves 45, Pistons 41. Another commercial break. How many ads do you want? How many commercial breaks could you give somebody, man? Enough with these commercial breaks. Ay. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, guys, let me know in the chat. Let me know who's going to win this game, Pistons or Timberwolves. Feel free to vote in the poll I got set up on the chat. Yeah, cannot wait for the playoffs. It's going to be awesome. We've had some pretty electric calls throughout the regular season, and we're going to have to monitor it because, we don't really know who we're playing yet, because you got, what am I trying to say? The 3-6, the 4-5, you're going to kind of know who those matchups are after the end of the regular season. But the Pistons are in a unique spot because they're going to watch some film against a couple different teams to kind of prepare for 3 or 4 different opponents. The Hornets could be the 8th seed. Maybe the Miami Heat creep up to the 8th seed. Somebody could fall down, into the 7 or the 8th seed. So there's a lot of different options. What's up, Thomas? How you doing? What's going on, C-Man? Minnesota probably didn't even call a timeout. They just got the phone call. They need more commercials, 100%. Io DeSumo was benched earlier. I don't think he was in foul trouble, though. I think they just wanted to get a second line switch for the backups here. It's unfortunate, though, because Anthony Edwards and Cade Cunningham both had great seasons, and because of the stupid NBA 65-game rule, they're ineligible to get any awards, which I don't really agree with that, but it is what it is. They're talking about potentially changing that to a lower number next season, but we'll see. Conley has it, drives inside here for the Timberwolves, backs out now. Gobert sets the screen, goes to his right, down low to Rudy Gobert. Gobert left-handed layup is no good. Boarded by the Pistons. Danish Jenkins has it back the other way here, goes to his right, drives inside, kick it back out to Asar Thompson. Asar finds Duncan Robinson from the corner for 3, knocks it down. Duncan Robinson, I tell you what, man, he's been shooting the basketball great the last couple of games here for the Pistons. He had a terrific night against the Raptors and knocking down some clutch threes for the Pistons in this game so far. Timberwolves put it up here. It is blocked by Asar Thompson. Asar had to jump 25 feet in the air to block that shot from Conley. Up to Mr. Javonte Green back the other way. Green fires for 3. That's off the mark. Duran grabs the rebound here. Working against Gobert. Back over to Duncan Robinson. Duncan has it on the left wing here against Conley. Finds Duran inside. Duran spin move inside here. Draws the foul. And Jalen Duran's going to go to the free throw line. Jalen Duran is very capable of winning Most Improved Player of the Year award. I mean, the guy is an absolute monster. I think over the last 10 games, he's averaging like 25 points a game. And he's just a menace in the post. If you feed him one-on-one down low, you're either going to have to foul him or he's just taking you for dinner. He's going to go straight to the basket, and you can't really stop him that much. Misses the first free throw, though. Ben Wallace is in the house tonight. Fear the Fro. Good to see him in the building. Yeah, he was one of my favorite Pistons growing up, by the way, was Ben Wallace. But yeah, I mean, Jalen Duran, he's going to get a nice deal this offseason. You're going to pay him close to $200 million if I had to guess. And he's going to be part of your front court for the near future with Isaiah Stewart. 45-45 basketball game, 5:25 left to go. In the half here, tie basketball game, Dante DiVincenzo has it on the left wing working against Duncan Robinson, fires over to Conley. Conley has it, now switches back over to Io DeSumo. Io DeSumo has it against Danish Jenkins. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Conley catch and shoot 3 is in. Tough shot from Mike Conley. He knocks it down from beyond the arc. I've always liked Mike Conley's game. He's been in the NBA, I think, for like over a decade now. 48-45 basketball game. 5 minutes left to go in the first half here. Danish Jenkins has the top of the key over to Jalen Duran, finds Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson catch and shoot 3 is off the mark, boarded by Gobert. Gobert has it, switches over to Io DeSumo now. DeSumo has it Over to Conley. Conley takes another three from beyond the arc, and he knocks it down. Back-to-back threes for Mike Conley gives the Timberwolves a 6-point lead. 4:35 left to go in the first half. Your Pistons are looking for a basket. Conley's already got 14 points in the first half. Jalen Duren has it top of the key, working against Rudy Gobert, off to Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins drives inside the paint here. Right-handed floater is off the mark. It's going to be boarded by the Timberwolves. Saved by Mike Conley. Here come the Timberwolves back the other way. Down inside to Gobert. Gobert he's going to get fouled underneath, I think, by Duncan Robinson, and Gobert's going to shoot some free throws here. Anyone close to shooting 25 free throws yet? Yeah, SGA is something else. It's kind of interesting how, like, you know, the Thunder fans are cool, but the only people I think are justifying SGA's free throw nonsense are themselves. And it's like an ongoing joke with the rest of the NBA for how bad his whistle is that he gets in basketball games. And you can actually, there's like tons of videos online where you can see where like there's been tons of situations where he got fouled, where he didn't get touched at all, and he maneuvered his body to where it looked like he got fouled. But there was an interview that Cade did. Gobert knocks down the free throw. He's like, I'm an ethical hooper. Like, I make my own baskets. I go to the rim. I make jump shots. I get my teammates involved. I'm a assist guy first. And that's what I like about Cade's game a lot. Jalen Duren down inside finds Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson down low in here, working inside, back over to Jalen Duren. Duren has it against Gobert. 8 seconds on the shot clock, back over to Asar Thompson. Asar out to Javonte Green. He tries a triple. That's off the mark, boarded by Timberwolves. Timberwolves get it back here, working on the right wing here, poked away by Dennis Jenkins. This last touch by Jenkins going to be Timberwolves basketball out of bounds. Timberwolves 52, Pistons 45. No update yet on Tobias Harris. I'm assuming we're going to get an update after the halftime break is over with. Again, he landed on Gobert's ankle, or shoe, I should say, rather, and it kind of rolled his ankle a little bit coming down from a shot, so hopefully it's nothing serious. Kyle Anderson drives inside, right-handed floater's no good, boarded by Jalen Duren. 3:38 left to play in the first half here. Asar Thompson has on the left wing here, goes to his right, working inside for Asar Thompson. Turnaround jump shot for Asar is off the mark, boarded by Kyle Anderson. Over to Ayo Dosunmu. Dosunmu has it down low to Gobert. It's going to be a bad pass by the Timberwolves. Turnover, Pistons basketball. What's up, Christina? How you doing? Good to see you. SGA is going to land on somebody's foot next. Yeah, it's crazy. 52-45 basketball game. Jalen Duren has it top of the key, working against Gobert down low here. Over to Asar Thompson. Dennis Jenkins gets it on the left wing, finds Asar Thompson. Asar getting dared by the Timberwolves defenders to shoot. Catch it down low again against Donte DiVincenzo. Duren has it. Mid-range jump shot for Jalen Duren is good. He had to beat the shot clock. He just put it over Gobert's face about a couple feet within the three-point arc and knocks it down. Great to see that. Donte DiVincenzo catch and shoot three is off the mark, boarded by JD. Up to Dennis Jenkins, 52-47 basketball game. Jenkins has it, drives inside, left-handed layup is no good. He gets fouled, though, and Dennis Jenkins is going to go to the free throw line. Waiting for the Pistons run coming soon. Yeah, we cannot afford to lose Tobias. Again, he's in this offense right now. He's one of your guys that you can kind of depend on to get a basket, along with Jalen Duren. He helps stretch the floor, and looking to see if he's all right. Still no update yet on Tobias. If you guys hear anything, let me know in the chat as well. Dennis Jenkins at the free throw line here to give the Pistons within striking distance to three. First free throw on the way is off the mark. Most boring game you've been to is the Pistons and the Rockets. Harden went to the free throw line so many times. Oh yeah, James Harden's good at that too. 52-47 basketball game. Jalen Duren, he's got 7 games so far this season where he has 25 points or more on 75% shooting percentage from the floor. That's fantastic. 52-48 basketball game. Dennis Jenkins knocks down the free throw. Second free throw on the way here is good. Looked like there might have been a lane violation from the Timberwolves, so they actually wiped away that shot. So we actually got both free throws there. 52-49 basketball game. Gobert has the top of the key, switches over to Ayo Dosunmu. Dosunmu has on the left wing here against Jalen Duren. 2:25 left to go before half. Swings it around to Kyle Anderson. Anderson has it from Minnesota. Backdoor find to Ayo Dosunmu. It's going to be deflected out of bounds by the Pistons. Ayo Dosunmu is claiming for a foul there against Jalen Duren. I think it's just good defense, though. So you got 3 seconds left on the shot clock for Minnesota here. If you guys are new to the stream, do me a favor, like and subscribe. It's free and it helps your boy out. Welcome to the show, folks. 2:20 left to play. Timberwolves get it back here. Highland has to beat the shot clock, puts up a jumper and knocks it down. Tough shot for Highland. 54-49 basketball game. Jenkins has it, top of the key here, working inside, penetrates to the rim, down low to Paul Reed for the slam. Back to a 3-point game. 54-51 basketball game. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Timberwolves have it, top of the key here, looking to operate in transition. Gobert has it, finds Ayo Dosunmu. Dosunmu drives outside here, back over to Kyle Anderson, swings it around to Highland. Highland against Dance Jenkins one-on-one. Goes to his left, driving baseline inside. Shot is no good. Good defense by Paul Reed and Dance Jenkins. 1:38 left to play here. Javonte Green down inside, misses the dunk, but Dance Jenkins gets the rebound. He misses the shot. Timberwolves get it back here. Back the other way goes the Timberwolves. Highland puts up a catch-and-shoot corner 3. That's no good. It's going to be deflected by the Pistons. It's going to be a foul called underneath, though, against Gobert. Javonte Green tried to tomahawk windmill it down, and he missed the dunk, and Jenkins picked up the board, and he missed the layup. And the Timberwolves came back the other way for that. I never understood why, teams try to post, I get it, they're going for the highlight reel, poster somebody on the dunk, but if you have an opportunity to just put the ball in the hoop, just put the ball in the hoop. There's no need for these crazy, acrobatic windmill attempts, because there's been a lot of situations where they'll actually throw it down too hard and it'll go off the back iron and they'll miss the dunk. Gobert has it on the left wing here over to Kyle Anderson. Anderson has it's going to be an offensive foul call on Kyle Anderson against Javonte Green. Excuse me, they're going to call it on Gobert. Gobert picks up the foul. So it's a turnover. Pistons get it back here. 3-point basketball game. Pistons, again, were about a 5.5-point favorite heading into this game. So, again, we could get down to the wire finish here. It can change momentum, but it can also kill momentum if you miss the dunk. So it's kind of like a high-risk, high-reward situation. If nobody's there, though, I get it. But if you had a defender on you, it's is that really the best chance to get a point there? Asar Thompson has it on the left wing, working against Dante DiVincenzo. Over to Ron Holland. Paul Reed sets the screen. Ron Holland drives inside. Right-handed layup for Ron Holland is good. Ronald Holland puts it down within a 1-point basketball game here. 54-53 basketball game. Posters are fun to watch, though, no doubt. Cade's had a couple posters this year. They're fun to call. Ayo Dosunmu misses the 3, boarded by Dance Jenkins. 40 seconds left to play in the first half here. Pistons looking for the lead down the stretch. Dance Jenkins has it, drives inside here. Floater in the paint's no good. They're going to call a foul, though, I believe, on Highland. Good defense, or good job by Jenkins splitting the defense down low there. So, it's going to be Pistons basketball out of bounds. Actually, they're going to call a shooting foul here. So I think Jenkins is going to go to the free throw line, actually. 33 seconds left to play in the first half. Timberwolves up 1. Dance Jenkins at the free throw line for the Pistons. Free throws off the mark. These free throws, man. Crunch time, clutch situations. Got to hit your free throws. Timberwolves are wearing their classic white and blue uniforms. Pistons are wearing their red, blue, and black uniforms. The 313 edition at home. So I like the DET Detroit jerseys. Those are cool. I got a Cage shirt of that uniform. 54-54 basketball game. I like these jersey shirts. Jersey shirts are the move. If you're going to buy a basketball jersey, you usually go to frame it, or you only wear it if you go to the game. But these jersey shirts, I think, are the move, because you can wear them as a t-shirt and they're a jersey still. Julius Randle drives inside here. It's going to be last touched off his hip from Julius Randle. So Pistons basketball back here. They're going to get the final shot here before the halftime break. 54-54 basketball game. 19 seconds left to play in the first half here. Looks like Duncan Robinson's going to come back on the floor here for the Pistons. Asar Thompson goes out. 20 seconds left to go here. Pistons basketball. Looks like Duncan Robinson's going to inbound this pass here, out of bounds, right underneath their own basket. This is a pretty good game, though, so far. Danish Jenkins has it, top of the key. 15 seconds left to play before half here. Working against Highland one-on-one at the top of the key. 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Jenkins has it, top of the key, goes to his right. Paul resets the screen. Backs out now, finds Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson catch and shoot three is off the mark. Pistons can't get the rebound, and we got a tie game going into the halftime break. Timberwolves 54, Pistons 54. Appreciate you guys will tune into the action. Welcome to the show, folks. We got a halftime break here underway, guys. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe and be doing this the rest of the way here. And we're all good to go. Yeah. Pistons, like I said, you know, they're trying to lock down the 1 seed, which, you know, I would imagine is probably going to happen for the Pistons unless something catastrophic happened down the stretch. Miss Moneybag Beasley, but Beasley was a good player for us. You know what? Duncan Robinson, though, like, he's not a bad alternate. I didn't really know what was going to happen coming into the season for for Duncan Robinson. I mean, that whole situation's kind of crazy. He's playing overseas somewhere. I forgot where he's playing at right now. But if he ever does make it way back to the NBA, he's been online saying if he goes back to the NBA, he wants it to go back to the Pistons. But if it isn't, you know, it was a good run. Yeah, he made some huge threes for us last year. It was a big part of why we got the 6th seed last year. And then that unfortunate situation, though, where there was like a playoff game. I think Cade passed him the ball on the right wing. I forgot what game it was against the Knicks of the series. Maybe it was the first home playoff game. So that was game 3, I think. I think it was game 3, where he had an opportunity to catch and shoot. And then he just kind of coughed off the ball and it went out of bounds. But Duncan Robinson, you know what? Sometimes he's not a good basketball player, and sometimes he's actually a good basketball player. He's the 3-point specialist on this team. That's why we got him. And I think Kevin Huerter is a better defender than Duncan Robinson. That's why I seriously think that you could swap Kevin Huerter and Duncan Robinson as the 2 shooting guard in this lineup a couple times. I mean, they've experimented with it already where Kevin Huerter got the start. Because I think Kevin Huerter can do things that Duncan Robinson can't do. I mean, they both can shoot the 3. I think Herter's a better defender than Duncan is. But I don't know. It's tough to say because we haven't really seen a good enough sample size of Kevin Huerter's games yet to where you can kind of say, okay, he's clearly better than Duncan Robinson. I like Duncan Robinson. We got an emote of him. The laser eyes Duncan Robinson. But there has been a lot of situations where, like, if he's either red hot or he's ice cold. Like, he's not really in between. But if he's red hot, he can help us win games. And we're going to need him for that in the playoffs. But if he is cold to start the game in the first half, he usually starts to turn up a little bit in the third quarter, fourth quarter. But 3-point shooting is a little bit of a concern on this team. Again, we're going to see the health status of Tobias Harris. It didn't look like it was that serious of an injury. He kind of limped off, and he was walking to the locker room when he fell on Gobert's foot. But Duncan's got 10 points. I will take that. The problem with Duncan Robinson, though, is he gets in early foul trouble way too often. He's got 3 fouls already in the first half. And just kind of some stupid fouls, too. Like there was an instance earlier in this game where, like, you know, a shot was off the mark, and instead of, like, going for the rebound, he just fouled the Timberwolves, like, immediately, like, underneath the rim. So Duncan's got 10. Duran's got 13. He's 6 for 7 from the field. 6 boards. Jenkins got 10. You got Asar with 1 point. Tobias with 2, but Tobias checked out earlier in this game. Asar does have 5 assists, though, which is good to see. You know, he's a guy that he can facilitate the offense at some point. He just doesn't have that quite of a good enough jump shot yet to really say, could you give him the ball and make his own shot? Not quite there just yet, but again, he is our Dennis Rodman. He's not, you know, Dennis Rodman Hall of Famer, but he's our He's our baby version of Dennis Rodman, where Rodman wasn't really known for his offense, but guess what happened to Rodman? He was an absolute beast on defense. And when you have Asar Thompson, who's still on his rookie deal, he's won 2 Defensive Players of the Month for the Eastern Conference. I think it was December and now March. It's just fantastic because, again, you're going to need him in big time situations, especially guarding the opposing team's best defender. If you can do that, which he has done before in the past against guys like Jalen Brunson, he went toe-to-toe with SGA. He drew 1 million free throws. So I don't really know if you can say that was a good example or not, but I do like Asar Thompson. I think you're going to pay him a nice deal. I don't think this offseason, but next offseason, you're probably going to give him a nice contract. And, he's almost like I don't know what a comp is in today's game. But he's our Asar Thompson, and I think he's going to help us win games. Just have Herter play more minutes. Yeah, I need Herter to play more minutes as well. And I was complaining all season long about Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert, though, for what it's worth, has actually played decent basketball for the last couple of weeks. He had a little bit of an injury stint, personal issues off the court he was dealing with, and then he came back, and every time he touched the basketball, I just wanted to cringe inside because it seemed like he missed a shot or he made a bad pass or just kind of forgot how to play basketball. But you're gonna need Karis LeVert though come the playoffs, and JB Bickerstaff does like him coming off the bench because he is kind of your vet in that backcourt that he can get a basket if you need him to. Along with Dennis Jenkins, he's been playing solid. That's a big, tall order for Dennis Jenkins, right? Like, he came up through the G League, went undrafted, worked his way out of the starting lineup because, Ivy had health issues and Sasser had health issues. So he earns his spot as the backup point guard. He's made some big-time shots for the Pistons this season, and he's been playing well. When you try to fill Cade Cunningham's shoes, that's a big order to ask for a young player in Dennis Jenkins. But I think he's been playing solid so far. We got Duncan signed. We're keeping him. The real question is, are we going to sign Herter or not, or a better shooting guard in free agency or the draft? Right, and like I said, we could go after a shooter in the draft this year. There's a lot of really good shooting guards in this draft as well that are going to be there in the mid-20s. It's kind of funny if you guys saw that UConn Duke game where Braylon Mullins knocked down that crazy shot. There's a chance that the Pistons might take Mullins in the 20s. So we'll see what happens with Trajan Langdon does. Yeah, Sar's got a steal and 2 blocks already. So yeah, that's already a terrific sign. But you got a mixture of defense. Jalen Duren's definitely improved his game defensively this season. Isaiah Stewart, when he's healthy, is a very intimidating presence on the floor. And Asar Thompson, he's one of the best defenders in the NBA. So you got 3 very nice defensive pieces. You got your superstar in Cade, which obviously get better, Cade. You got a nice vet floor spacer in Tobias Harris, and you got an interesting guy in Duncan Robinson to where he's inconsistent, but if he's on and he knocks down big threes, he can definitely help the Pistons win playoff games. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see who the Pistons play and match up in the Eastern Conference. Timberwolves. Conley's got 14 points. Julius Randle's got 12. Gobert's got 2. Audasuma's got 6. Don DiVincenzo has 2. And then you got Shannon Jr. Was 6. And then Highland was 6 off the bench. I would have loved to see Anthony Edwards play in this game, but unfortunately, they're kind of saving him for the playoffs. He's dealing with some knee issue right now, and I think he was sick before the game started. So Javonte Green's another guy where, was Javonte Green, I think he's a 2-year deal player. Let me see Javonte Green contract. It was a 1-year deal. Okay, so yeah, the Pistons could make a decision on him too. The only problem with Javonte Green is we could go shooting guard in the draft, and he could be Javonte Green, essentially. Like you're gonna have options at in the 20s where it again it comes down to Tobias Harris and a couple of your backcourt guards with Kevin Huerter, Javonte Green, and that could indicate which position you're gonna take in the draft. So it'll be interesting. Glad we got a healthy and fresh Stu and K to start the playoffs. Yeah, and again, nothing's really set in stone quite just yet for Cade Cunningham's health. Obviously, we want him to get back as soon as possible. Like I said, they just announced that today that he's going to be out for another week. But the good news is he still has time. I'd rather him do that a couple weeks ago than like the first game of the playoffs. You know what I mean? But the good news is he's on the bench with his team, cheering on the guys, standing up, walking around, high-fiving guys. So it looks like it's slowly improving, but anytime, I mean, a collapsed lung, I can't even imagine that. Like I've said this before, like guys can have like sprained ankles or shoulders or calves or whatever it is. Cade's dealing with that every second, basically, every time he breathes. So definitely looking forward to getting him back on the floor. But the Knicks playoff series last year, I think is going to help the Pistons a lot because now pretty much every single player on this team has some kind of playoff experience. And I think Trajan Langdon realized that when he went out and got a Kevin Huerter at the deadline, a Duncan Robinson who's been on playoff teams like the Kings and the Heat of the past to where he can knock down shots. It'll be exciting. Looking forward to it. They start in a couple weeks. Hopefully you guys are all here for the journey, and I cannot wait. It's going to be electric. Going to be electric. But yeah, they got a lot of options. They can go shooting guard. They can go power forward. They can go small forward. Still got free agency to deal with as well. I mean, who knows? The Pistons might trade up in the draft. You never know. Weaver did that a couple times for the Pistons. I wonder if Langdon is capable of doing that as well. Total number of assists. Pistons, they got 14 assists as a team right now. Timberwolves have 11 assists as a team right now. But it's an interesting, unique team because yeah, there's a couple flaws in certain situations during stretches of games, but there's a lot of bright spots to be happy about as well. I mean, you got Asar Thompson, a very good perimeter defender. You're going to put him on the best opposing team's player every single night. Just hoping he can stay healthy. And you got some scoring as well. And credit to Jenkins because, like I said, he's been a very good piece of this Pistons offense where it was funny because, like, he got paid, right, a very good deal, friendly deal for the Pistons. I think it was like a 2-year, $8 million deal that he got. And the second he got paid, he had a little bit of a fall off, struggled for like a couple weeks, and he got back on his feet, and then Cade goes down, he goes back in the starting lineup, and he's been very solid so far for a backup point guard, so we shall see. Just kind of chilling here, guys, until the second half starts. Pretty good basketball game. I mean, it's a tie game, 54-54. And yeah, it's anybody's game. Pistons have got to do a better job of limiting second chance opportunities, grabbing more offensive rebounds. Again, this is where Beef Stew would have helped us out because he's a pretty good rebounder. But we're hoping to get him back for the Sixers game on Saturday. So we shall see. We shall see. Let me check the Red Wings score here. What's going on with the Red Wings? It's a tie game now, 1-1. 9 minutes left in the second period. Okay. That's a big game for the Red Wings tonight. They got to win that one. Start of the third quarter. Coming up momentarily. Like I said, I'm more of the play-by-play guy. I mean, I try to do the best I can to kind of give you guys some insights and info. And, I mean, you can predict all you want. You can analyze certain situations. But, again, it's all speculative because it's an opinion. You know what I mean? So hopefully you guys enjoy my little rants and different routes to take during these halftime breaks. So starting the third quarter here coming up, guys. 54-54 basketball game. Leading scorers for the Timberwolves, you got Mike Conley with 14 points, JD with 13. Again, if you guys have any updates on Tobias Harris, let me know in the chat, guys. It'd be much appreciated. And it should be a good second half here. Good second half. All right. Getting back in the swing of things here. Pistons, Timberwolves, tie game, 54-54. Looking forward to it. A little disappointed that Tiger spring training woes have translated to bad play in the regular season. Hope they can put it back together. Yeah, and hopefully, like, when they play in front of their home fans tomorrow, I'm hoping we get good weather for tomorrow. It might rain, they said, but I think we'll be all right. There's a long season left. We should not have gotten swept up by the Diamondbacks, though. I mean, you gave Skubal no run support yesterday, and you blew a 5-1 lead in the 8th inning. Like, that's just inexcusable. Back from the commercial break to start the third quarter here. Conley has it on the right wing here, over to Dante DiVincenzo. Dante has it. Catch and shoot three for Dante DiVincenzo is good. Wow, what a rainbow three that was. That, like, barely hit the rim. That was, like, right in. 57-54 basketball game. What's going on, Savage? How you doing, dude? 11:33 left to play in the third quarter here. Danish Jenkins has the top of the key over to Javonte Green. Javonte Green has it, finds Duncan Robinson, switches over to Jalen Duren. Duren tried to find Javonte Green backdoor. It's going to be kick ball by the Timberwolves. Tobias Harris is not starting this second half, which is a little concerning. So I'm going to try and see if I can find an update on Tobias Harris. 11:20 left to go here in the third quarter. Intercepted by the Timberwolves. Ayo DeSumo comes up with it over to Julius Randle. Randle fires over to Ayo DeSumo. He tries a three. That's off the mark. It's going to be boarded by the Pistons. Jalen Duren comes up with it over to Danish Jenkins. Jenkins has it. Fires over to Duncan Robinson. Catch and shoot three is no good. Gets his own rebound, though. Goes to the paint inside. Layup off the window is good. 57-56 basketball game. Got to be careful here, not playing it safe 100%. 10:50 left to go in the third quarter. Timberwolves have it on the left wing here. Back over to Julius Randle, posting up Duncan Robinson at the top of the key. Julius Randle drives inside the paint here, draws the foul, count the bucket, and the foul for the Timberwolves. Great take from Julius Randle. He's going to try and complete the three-point play here for Minnesota. B4 says, Tobias Harris not playing in the second half, left earlier, knee contusion. Ruled out for the rest of the game. Thank you for the update. Appreciate you, B4. So that sucks for the Pistons. I mean, I hope that's not a left knee contusion. Knees are more scarier than, like, ankles are. Timberwolves missed the free throw. I'm hoping he's all right, though. We need Tobias Harris. Danish Jenkins has it, drives inside here, mid-range jump shots off the mark, no good, boarded by Jalen Duren. Duren has it, finds Javonte Green inside, back outside to Asar Thompson, down low to Javonte Green, layup is off the mark, boarded by the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo has it on the right wing, switches over to Julius Randle. Randle has it against Duncan Robinson, over to Dante DiVincenzo, fires away here to Ayo DeSumo, catch and shoot three is off the mark. Asar Thompson has it on the right wing here, over to Danish Jenkins. Jenkins on the right wing, step back three for Danish Jenkins is good. Big time shot for Danish Jenkins, 59-59 basketball game. Like the live stream, subscribe if you guys are new to the stream. It's free, it helps out these streams. Welcome in. Tie game here, under 10 minutes left to play in the third quarter. We got a good one, folks. Julius Randle has it on the right wing here, working against Duncan Robinson. Julius thought about a three, back over to Dante DiVincenzo. Dante has it, goes to his left against Javonte Green. Dante DiVincenzo pulls up from three. That is off the mark, boarded by Jalen Duren. Duren has it, working against the Timberwolves defense, crosses half court against Gobert. Duren working down low inside here, loses it. It's going to be off his leg. It's going to be Timberwolves basketball, turnover by JD. 59-59 basketball game. Pistons get it back here. I'm sorry, Timberwolves get it back here. 9:25 left to go in the third quarter. Duncan Robinson checks out here. So Kevin Huerter steps on the floor for the Pistons. Might have to get a Kevin Huerter emo. What's up, Hal? How you doing? Conley, step back three for Conley's off the mark. It's going to be saved by Julius Randle. Over to Gobert. Ayo Dosunmu catches it top of the key, working against Kevin Huerter. Over to Conley. Conley steps out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover. Pistons basketball back the other way. 59-59 basketball game. 9:06 left to play in the third quarter. Dennis Jenkins, top of the key here, working against Mike Conley. Over to Asar Thompson. Asar has it. Back over to Jalen Duren. Duren fires over to Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins drives inside. Left-handed layup for Jenkins is good. 61-59 basketball game. Pistons take a 2-point lead. 8:45 left to play in the third quarter here. Timberwolves have it. Top of the key. Rudy Gobert over to Julius Randle. Randle fires over to Ayo Dosunmu. Dosunmu has it, working against Javonte Green. Down low now, Julius Randle. Randle working against Javonte Green. Stripped away by Javonte Green. Crosses half court. It's a 3-on-1. Pistons get it back out here. Down low to JD. JD draws the foul, and he's going to go to the free throw line. 61-59 basketball game. What's going on, EMCE? How you doing? Good defense from Javonte. I would like Javonte Green back next year. I wonder what Langdon does with that. Because you got like Huerter, Javonte Green, both shooting guards, both expiring deals. And then you got your draft pick in the 20s, which they could take a shooting guard. 61-59 basketball game. Pistons up by 2. Pistons get it back. Over to Kevin Huerter, working against Mike Conley at the top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Red Velvet drive, spin move inside. Off the window is good. What a move from Kevin Huerter down low. 63-59 basketball game. Pistons take a 4-point lead. Timberwolves drive inside here. Ayo has it. Back over to Rudy Gobert. Gobert has it, looking to operate in space here. Gobert bothered by Jalen Duren and Asar Thompson. Great defense from Asar. Inside to Julius Randle. Randle draws the foul. Count the bucket and the basket. What a shot from Julius Randle. 61-63 basketball game. We're all in this together. Red Velvet. Pistons or Timberwolves? Who do you guys think is going to win this game? Shout out to the Timberwolves fans tuning in. Shout out to the Pistons fans. I'm a Pistons fan, but we appreciate all the fan bases tuning into the chat. 7:55 left to go here. Julius Randle has it at the free throw line. Randle's having himself a solid game. He's got 16 points. Free throw on the way is no good. Boarded by Kevin Huerter. So he's had 2 opportunities for and 1 buckets, and he misses both free throws in the last couple minutes here. Pistons 63, Timberwolves 61. Kevin Huerter has it over to Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins drives on the left wing against Donte DiVincenzo. Drives baseline underneath here. Mid-range jump shot is no good. Boarded by Ayo Dosunmu. Backdoor find of Julius Randle. Randle has to chase it on the baseline against Asar Thompson. Julius Randle has it down low here. Shot is good by Julius Randle. Back to a tie basketball game. 63-63. Pistons, Timberwolves tied. Dennis Jenkins top of the key here. Looking to operate over to Jalen Duren. Duren has the top of the key over to the Pistons. Jenkins gets it back here from Duren. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Jenkins looking on the right wing here. Over to Javonte Green. Catch and shoot 3 for Javonte Green is good. 66-63 basketball game. Big time shot for Javonte Green. 6:55 left to play in the third quarter here. Timberwolves get it. Top of the key here. Over to Donte DiVincenzo. Donte fires for 3. Rattles in and out. No good. Boarded by the Pistons. Over to Asar Thompson. Asar has it. Finds Jalen Duren on the right wing here. Duren going coast to coast. Inside left-handed layup is no good. Over to Donte DiVincenzo. Backdoor find is going to be poked away from Kevin Huerter. Great defense from Kevin Huerter preventing a backdoor find to Mike Conley. And it looks like we got a timeout here from the Timberwolves as we go to another commercial break. Red Wings 1. Flyers 1. 1-1. 66-63. Pistons up by 3. Pistons 47% from the three-point line. That's pretty good. Thanks to Jenkins. He's 2 for 2. Duncan's made a couple threes in this game. And then you got threes from Javonte Green, LeVert, Kevin Huerter. Anytime you can shoot 40% or better from the three-point line, that is a very good sign. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat, guys. Just chilling here at the commercial break. Julius Randle's got 18. Conley's got 14 for the Timberwolves. Jenkins leading the way for the Pistons. He's got 15 points. Very strong outing so far from Jalen Duren. He's got 13 points with 10 boards so far. Let me see if anybody's in foul trouble here. Yeah, Duncan Robinson's got 4 fouls. Little concerning, but you should get some more minutes out of Kevin Huerter down the stretch. Kevin Huerter, like, I get excited when Kevin Huerter comes out on the floor. Like, he can play defense. He actually has a handle. Like, he can drive to the basket. He can shoot threes, and he can stretch the floor. I like Duncan as well, but I think I get more excited seeing Kevin Huerter come on the floor for the Pistons than Duncan Robinson is to start. I like both of them, but, you know, I need to see more consistency on a night-to-night basis from Duncan Robinson. Like, if he can shoot like 33, 34% from the three-point line, average like 12 a night, which is kind of what he's doing. The problem is he'll have like 20-point games and he'll have 8-point games. And he'll have like a 19-point game then a 6-point game. It's very like, you don't know what version of Duncan Robinson you're going to get on a night-to-night basis. That's the problem with Duncan. But you could say the same about Kevin Huerter because Duncan gets more minutes than Kevin Huerter does. But it's all speculative of which player you like more. Kevin Huerter, like Duncan Robinson, he's been on a lot of different teams in the NBA throughout his career. And part of me feels Kevin Huerter is going to cost more than Javonte Green would. So, like, if you had to pick between the two of them, you're going to pay Huerter more if you kept him and probably let go of Javonte Green. You get Javonte Green on a very team-friendly deal next year, and then you could look at a shooting guard in the draft coming off the bench, which is an opportunity I think could happen for the Pistons, because I don't see a world where Tobias Harris doesn't get signed next year for the Pistons. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's way harder to build off of a stretch 4 coming out of the draft in the 20s compared to a shooting guard you can find in the 20s. You know, I think there's more of a upside impact right away. If you draft a stretch 4, it's going to take longer to develop, I think. 66-63 basketball game. Dante DiVincenzo drives inside, shot is no good. Gobert slams down the rebound, though. 66-65 basketball game. 1-point game. Pistons also won the Central Division title, which is pretty cool. The only real impact, though, that has is if the Pistons like have a tiebreaker, then they go to the division winner. But because it's the top 8 seeds anyways that make the playoffs. But it's still kind of cool to see. 6 minutes left to play in the third quarter here. Dante DiVincenzo fires a 3. It's off the mark, boarded by Asar Thompson. Asar has it, working to operate here. Good defense from Dante DiVincenzo. He's going to have an issue getting up the floor here. It's a turnover from Asar Thompson. Now they're going to call... Is that a foul called? That was a weird possession. Asar grabbed the rebound. Dante DiVincenzo was in his grill, though. He couldn't get the ball over half court. I'm not entirely... Is this a Pistons turnover? It was a very weird play there. Because Asar had to get it cross half court in 10 seconds. And I don't know if he did or not. He did not. So it's a turnover for the Pistons. Timberwolves get it back here. 65-66 basketball game. Top of the key goes Conley. Conley goes to his right. Backdoor to Naz Reid. Reid drives inside here. Inside to Gobert for the slam. 67-66 basketball game. 5:30 left to play in the third quarter. Timberwolves up 1 over the Pistons. Jalen Duren has the top of the key here. Back over to Kevin Huerter. Red Velvet fires from 3. Rattles it down. 69-67 basketball game. Kevin Huerter from beyond the arc hits it. 5:14 left to go in the third quarter here. Gobert fires over to Dante DiVincenzo. It's going to be poked away by the Pistons. Javonte Green comes up with it, crosses half court, working against Naz Reid. Over to Marcus Sasser. Sasser finds Asar Thompson. Back over to Javonte Green. He tries a catch and shoot 3. He hits it. Javonte Green knocks it down. 72-67 basketball game. We got another timeout from the Timberwolves heading to another commercial break. Couple three-pointers for the Pistons. Gives the Pistons a 5-point lead here. Javonte Green with a big triple. Timberwolves are in a timeout. Go back to a commercial break once again. Like and subscribe if you guys are new to the stream. Appreciate you guys will stopping in. Shout out again to everybody watching the show. We also added a brand new emote for the members. It's the Detroit basketball emote. So hopefully you guys enjoy that as well. All I want you guys to do is just enjoy the streams. Hang out, have fun, be respectful in the chat, and enjoy the game. Big time three from Javonte Green, though. Pistons have the Sixers up next on Saturday. Not really sure who the Sixers are going to be playing because, again, you've always had the health concerns with Joel Embiid. He's like a day-to-day guy. Like, it seems like every game for him. Tyrese Maxey, though, should play, and along with Paul George. Paul George had a terrific game last night. I think he had like 38 points, 39 points for the Sixers. So, yeah, that'll be a good test for the Pistons on Saturday, especially if Tobias has to miss Saturday's game. I hope that's not the case. They said he left the game with a knee contusion. So I'm hoping it's not serious because Tobias is a guy you need for the Pistons come playoff time. I mean, like I said, there's 5 games left, but yeah. Hopefully it's nothing serious. You think Durham will get 20 points? He might. He might. I hope the Pistons win. That's the most important. 72-67 basketball game. Pistons up by 5. Looking to hopefully keep this lead for the Pistons. Again, it's been kind of a back and forth game. Timberwolves took the lead. Pistons take the lead. But again, Pistons right now shooting 53% from the three-point line. That's pretty solid. You always came to my stream when you bet Pistons money line. That's hysterical. Well, I appreciate you coming into the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so funny because late in the game, if it's like the third or fourth quarter, I will get a handful of people that will come into my show and they are like a point away from hitting the over on like a player prop from someone, and they will not leave until they know for sure that he either is out of the game or the game ran out of time or he eventually hits the over. We were playing like the Kings a couple months ago, and like Russell Westbrook, I think his over-under for points was like 17, and it was like 16 the entire fourth quarter, and I had a handful of people ask me, like, is Russell Westbrook coming back into the game or not? He's 1 point away from hitting his over. It's like, buddy, I could not tell you. I really could care less, to be honest with you. 72-67 basketball game. Some very, very tight parlay misses. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but your parlay is cooked, my friend. 72-67 basketball game. Timberwolves barely get it in. It was kind of a deflected out of bounds by the Pistons, and the Timberwolves saved it there. Highland has it, drives inside, kick it back out to Ayo. Ayo mid-range jump shot is good for the Timberwolves. 72-69 basketball game. 4:38 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons up by 3 down the stretch here. Marcus Sasser has it, crosses half court, working against Highland at the top of the key. Working one-on-one here, looking to set up a play down the stretch here. Sasser fires over to Karis LeVert. LeVert has it back over to Sasser at the top of the key, looking to operate with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Over to JD, top of the key against Rudy Gobert. Step back jump shot for Dern is off the mark. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Timberwolves get the basketball back. All right, here we go. 4:13 left to play here in the third quarter. I love being the bearer of bad news. 72-69 basketball game. 4:05 left to play in the third quarter. Over to Naz Reid. Reid has it, working against Sasser in the paint here. Reid over to Ayo DeSumo. DeSumo has it against Marcus Sasser. Fires over to Gobert. Ayo gets it back. Down low now to Naz Reid. Reid working against Karis LeVert. Right-handed floater is good. Back to a 1-point game. Pistons 72, Timberwolves 71. Like and subscribe. It's free. It helps me out. Welcome to the channel. Pistons looking to drive here. Karis LeVert working down low to JD. JD draws the foul against Gobert. He's going to go to the free throw line. Nice take down low from JD. Draws the foul against Gobert. JD looking to put the Pistons up by 3 here. Jalen Duren. Absolute animal. Going to get a very nice extension this offseason. Knocks down the free throw. Oh, man, I wish we paid him last year. He's going to be expensive. He's worth it, though. 73-71 basketball game. Jalen Duren at the free throw line. Looking to give the Pistons a 3-point lead. Free throw on the way is no good. Boarded by the Timberwolves. Come back the other way. 2-point game. 3:33 left to go in the third quarter here. A little bit of chippiness going on between Highland and the Pistons. It looked like Javonte Green and Highland didn't really appreciate them going at it down the stretch there. Pistons have to separate. The benches come off the floor here. I couldn't tell if it was Sasser or Javonte Green. It might have been Sasser that got in Ayo Dosunmu's face. They're going to replay this here. So I think they're going to take a look at to make sure there wasn't any technical fouls. I think it was Bones Highland. Let's see here. Back the other way. Yeah, Sasser kind of just shoved Highland. And Kevin Huerter kind of tried to separate it. And then there's a little bit of shoving match going on. So Sasser and Highland going at it before the basketball even crossed half court. There was a little bit of tension, though, off of Jalen Duren's free throw. They were kind of grabbing each other's jerseys down the stretch there, and the ref saw it right away. Yeah, that's going to be a tech on Sasser, I think. That was a pretty heavy push from Marcus Sasser. So Sasser's probably going to get teed up here if I had to guess. JB Bickerstaff had to calm him down a little bit on the sidelines. I like the intensity, though, from Marcus Sasser, but you can't be shoving guys when you cross half court. So a little bit of flares and tempers and fireworks fly at the end of the third quarter here. About 4 minutes left to play, and they're gonna take a look at this and see if there's any flagrant fouls or technical fouls. Ron Holland and Sasser are kind of chatting on the Pistons sidelines right now. Refs are looking at the monitors right here. If I had to guess, Marcus Sasser's probably going to get teed up right here. He and Highland were kind of chipping at each other. They were grabbing each other's jerseys. After the Jalen Duren free throw, they were going back down the floor. They crossed half court, and the second they crossed half court, Sasser full-on shoved Highland. I mean, it was a pretty good push to Highland there. So if I had to guess, Sasser's probably going to get teed up. Here's the official result. Let's see here. No official word just yet. If this is a common foul or a flagrant foul or a tech. But Sasser, I've never really seen that from Sasser to where he got that heated so far with a player in his career. But kind of interesting. I mean, to be fair, though, Highland kind of gave Sasser a little high elbow. It wasn't really a hard elbow. It was kind of like a get out of my face type of thing. And Sasser didn't appreciate it. He shoves Highland. So to be fair, Highland did kind of initiate it. So it's a 2-point game. Cade Cunningham's enjoying the sidelines. He's standing up for his guys. And they're trying to make sure that there's no more beef going on. Yeah, Highland's still kind of jawing at the Pistons bench right there. Holland, this is an interesting matchup. Holland now is right in Highland's grill. So Ron Holland now is basically saying, you're going to mess with my boy Marcus Sasser. I'm going to be on your case now the rest of this game. So a technical foul has been assessed to Marcus Sasser. And this is interesting. 73-71, because Ron Holland's not afraid to jaw at some guys either. So this is going to be an interesting matchup the rest of the way here. 73-71. Marcus Sasser gets called for the tech. Timberwolves, top of the key here. Naz Reid fires. That's off the mark. Boarded by Danish Jenkins. Jenkins fires down low to Jalen Duren. Duren gets the shot blocked here. Over to Troy Jr. Jr. has it over to Naz Reid. Reid working against Paul Reed on the left wing here. Naz Reid has it. Hook shot for Naz Reid is good. Big time shot for Naz Reid there. Tie basketball game. 73-73 basketball game. 2:50 left to go in the third quarter. Karis LeVert has it, top of the key here. Jalen Duren sets the screen. LeVert rolls off it, goes to his right, drives inside here. Right-handed layup is good. 75-73 basketball game. This is a pretty tight game down to the wire here. Timberwolves get it back here. Over to Rudy Gobert, finds Naz Reid. Reid working against JD, drives inside here. Naz Reid gets fouled, and I think he's going to go to the free throw line. So a solid take from Naz Reid. He's going to try and knock down these free throws. 2:37 left to go in the third quarter. Appreciate you guys all stopping into the show. Welcome to the party, folks. All right, so Naz Reid gets fouled by Paul Reed. That's funny. Reid gets fouled by Reid. Naz Reid knocks down the free throw. 75-74 basketball game. Yeah, Naz Reid was kind of pushing off Paul Reed there. I don't know. That could have gone either way, I think. 75-74 basketball game. There's 2:37 left to play in the third quarter. Naz Reid at the free throw line looking to tie this game. Knocks it down. 75-75. How many free throws have the Pistons missed? That's a good question. Let me see if I can pull it up for you fast. Pistons currently as a team are 10 for 14, so they've missed 4. Karis LeVert has it, top of the key, working against Julius Randle. Over to Paul Reed, down low to Jalen Duren. Duren has it, fires over to Danius Jenkins. Jenkins backdoor finds JD. JD throws it down. 77-75 basketball game. Great ball moving from the Pistons on that possession. Naz Reid has it over to Troy Jr. Troy Jr. drives against JD. Blocked by JD. Jalen Duren comes up with the swat over to Karis LeVert, crosses half court. Pistons bench loves it. Karis LeVert drives inside. Left-handed layup is no good. He gets the foul, though. 77-75 basketball game. Cade is on his feet, yelling from the Pistons bench. It's great to see from Cade. 77-75. Listen, he might not be able to play the rest of the season, but he can definitely make an impact as a leader off the bench right now. Love what I'm seeing from Jalen Duren, man. I mean, you got 2 all-star type players on a consistent night-to-night basis in Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. That hasn't happened in a long time for the Pistons. 77-75. Pistons missed the first free throws. Missed the first free throw. All right, so Karis LeVert, second free throw on the way is no good. Misses both free throws. So it's still a 2-point game here. Pistons are now up to 6 missed free throws. Kyle Anderson has the top of the key, working against Karis LeVert, drives to his right, working inside here, over to Troy Jr. Jr. has it over to Julius Randle. Randle fires over to Highland. Highland nearly had it poked away from Danius Jenkins. Highland has it, top of the key here, drives to his left, inside here. 2 seconds on the shot clock, blocked by Danius Jenkins. JD comes up with it, down low to Paul Reed. Paul Reed slams it down. Great defensive possession from the Pistons. Cade loves it off the bench. We're going to a timeout in the Motor City. What a defensive stop that was from the Pistons. Forcing a shot clock violation before the shot clock siren went off. Came up with the steal. Down low to Paul Reed for the slam. Good stuff. I like this double big lineup between Paul Reed and Jalen Duren. Me too, Frank. Yeah, I'm liking it so far as well. What's up, Eric? How you doing, dude? I know you were old school. Do you miss the times where coaches wore suits on the sidelines? 1,000%. I miss the old school days where coaches like dressed up every single game. You get a couple coaches that still do that occasionally. Now they're more laid back and casual. I think COVID had a lot to do with that, to where like the whole world kind of shut down. Everybody became more casual. And then I think that's kind of when it stopped, really, was about 6 years ago. I mean, the NBA was kind of like more casual than college was. College, more coaches wore suits than the NBA coaches did. But yeah, it's rare to find a coach wear a suit now in any game. Basketball, college, high school, whatever it is. But I did like it, though, when they did wear suits. I swore the intensity was more elevated back in the day. Real men wear suits. 79-75 basketball game. We're getting back from commercial break. Red Wings take the lead 2-1 over the Flyers at the end of the second period. I do like this lineup, though. Paul Reed and JD. You got Kevin Huerter, Jenkins out there as well with Karis LeVert. 1:28 left to go in the third quarter. 4-point basketball game. Timberwolves get it back here, top of the key. Randall sets the screen, fires over to Naz Reid. Corner three is good. Big time shot for Naz Reid right there. 79-78 basketball game. Jenkins has it, crosses half court, working against Ayo Dosunmu. JD coming to help him out, sets the screen. Jenkins rolls inside, down low to JD. Bad pass intercepted by the Timberwolves. Troy Jr. has it on the fast break here. Layup is no good. Great defense from Karis LeVert. Wow, they're going to call a really late foul on Karis LeVert. Wow, that looks like a good defensive stop from Karis LeVert, and they called a super late whistle on that one. So it's going to be free throws for the Timberwolves here. 79-78 basketball game. Chuck Daly wore suits, yep. 56 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Troy Jr. free throws good. Got a tie game again. This is turning out to be a pretty good game. 56 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Pistons 79, Timberwolves 79. If you guys new to the stream, like and subscribe. Welcome, welcome. Troy Jr. knocks down both free throws. 80-79 basketball game. Need a Jenkins three, that'd be nice. Jenkins has it on the right wing against Highland. Backs out now, 15 seconds in the shot clock. JD looking to get the screen set here. He does a down screen for Karis LeVert. Goes back over to Jenkins. Jenkins has it on the right wing here. Thought about a three. Over to Karis LeVert. LeVert drives inside now. LeVert has to get a shot off. The shot is blocked with 0.2 of a second left on the shot clock. It's going to be Pistons basketball, and not really much the Pistons can do here. 80-79 basketball game. Pistons down low here. Wow, they nearly got that shot off. It was a lob to JD. JD misses the shot, though, so it's going to be a shot clock violation for the Pistons. Appreciate you guys will stop into the stream. Welcome to the show. Timberwolves have it. Up one here over the Pistons. Naz Reid down low here. Left-handed layup is good. Good defense from Paul Reed. Pistons looking to set it back up here down the stretch. Karis LeVert has it top of the key, working against Kyle Anderson. 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. About a 3-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. JD sets the screen. Karis LeVert rolls off it. Step back three for Karis LeVert is off the mark, boarded by Troy Jr. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Troy Jr. working in transition here. It's going to be blocked by the Pistons, out of bounds. It's going to be Timberwolves basketball with 2 seconds left in the third quarter. A three from Duncan. Timberwolves up by 1. Kevin Huerter steps off. Ron Holland checks in for the Pistons. 2 seconds left to go here. Timberwolves get it in here. Corner three is in and out, no good. Tough shot from the Timberwolves by Highland. He misses the three. We got a really good game, folks. 80-79 basketball game. We're going to the fourth quarter, hitting another commercial break. Make sure I got these timeouts right. Timberwolves have used 3 timeouts. Pistons have 2 left. All right, so gotta be curious to see how they use their timeouts the rest of the way here. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It's free. It helps me out a ton. Appreciate you guys will stop. And I'm going to be doing every single Pistons playoff game the rest of the way, along with the regular season. The only thing I'm going to miss is the Monday matchup against the Magic. We got the Sixers coming up next on Saturday night. That's going to be a really good game as well. And again, when you take a look at the Eastern Conference standings right now, a lot of teams that are fighting between the 5, 6, 7, and 8 seed right now, within like a game and a half of each other, really. You got the Hawks, the Sixers, the Raptors, and the Hornets all within like 2 games. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shapes out here. This is going to be a big matchup. Sixers and Pistons on Saturday, because there's a good chance the Raptors might catch the Sixers as the 6th seed. So that's going to be an interesting game for seeding purposes when we get to down to the home stretch here before the regular season ends. All right. Love me some B-ball Paul Reed. Paul Reed, I would give him the keys to Detroit. Give him the whole city. He's just so efficient. Like, when you have Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren both healthy, he doesn't usually play that much. But when his number's called, he's like put in solid production like every single night. 3 boards, 4 points for Paul Reed, but he's done more. He's got 1 block, couple defensive rebounds. So as your third string center when Beef Stew's down right now, there's a lot of things that don't show up in the box score that Paul Reed doesn't get enough credit for, and it's great to see. Jalen Duren's got 16 points, 11 boards. Danish Jenkins is 15, 4 boards, 5 assists. I have always wanted to call a Pistons game-winning buzzer beater. We had an opportunity on Monday against the Thunder. Jenkins missed the shot, though. There could be an opportunity where that might happen tonight. We shall see. It's going to be a close finale here at the end of the fourth quarter. Javonte Green also gets the keys to the city. Javonte Green was a steal. I mean, a 1-year, $2.8 million deal, I think it was. He plays defense. He can knock down threes occasionally. And coming off the bench in your second unit, a very solid signing from Langdon. And again, like, I like Kevin Huerter too. Kevin Huerter, though, is going to be more expensive than like Javonte Green is next year. So we'll see what Trajan Langdon does in the offseason for free agency and contracts and all that stuff. Tonight is the night. Didn't Jenkins have a chance for a game winner against the Hawks? Yes, he did. Yeah, Jenkins had a shot against the Hawks, and then he missed it, and Jalen Duren grabbed the board and tried to put it back up, and he was a little bit short. So we've had some close calls, but not a game-winning buzzer beater this season yet. So it could happen tonight. We shall see. Start of the fourth quarter here. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Under 12 minutes left to go. Kicking it off here. Asar Thompson comes back on the floor here for the Pistons over to Danish Jenkins. Again, the Pistons are playing without Tobias Harris. He exited this game with a knee contusion. So hopefully he's all right. Asar Thompson down low, bully ball, puts it up and in. Great find underneath from Danish Jenkins. 81-80 basketball game. Tough shot from Asar Thompson. Timberwolves have it, top of the key, backdoor find to Julius Randle, over to Naz Reid against Asar Thompson. Catch and shoot 3 is good. Big time shot for Naz Reid. He's had some huge threes in this game. 83-81 basketball game. 11:20 left to go here. Danish Jenkins inside here, kick it back outside to Ron Holland. Holland drives baseline and slams it down. Ron Holland ties the game here. He got poked in the eye, I think, by Julius Randle, so he is currently on the floor still. What a finish, though, from Ron Holland. He got it from beyond the arc, and he went straight driving baseline to the cup and threw it down. But I think Julius Randle might have caught Ron Holland on the eye here. Let's see. Yeah, Julius Randle, oh my gosh, that's clearly an and one foul. Ron Holland drove baseline, it should have been an and one. Julius Randle hit Ron Holland across the face. That is 1,000% a foul there. I don't know how the ref missed that right there. What a take by Ron Holland, though. He caught it. That's the thing I like about Ron Holland, too, is he goes and he drives a lot to get his points. But that was a blown call from the ref right there. Holy blown call that was. 83-83 basketball game. 11 minutes left to go here. Timberwolves shot is off the mark here. Over to Naz Reid. He tries another triple. That's off the mark, boarded by Paul Reed. Ron Holland's getting his eye checked out on the sideline right now. Hopefully he's all right. Like I said, Pistons are already playing without Tobias and Cade and Beef Stew. Paul Reed has it on the right wing here, working against Julius Randle. 10:43 left to go in the fourth quarter. Over to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson drives inside, shot is off the mark. It's going to be rebounded by Julius Randle. Over to Troy Jr. Jr. has it in transition. He throws it down with authority. Big time dunk from Troy Jr. Back to a 2-point game. 85-83 basketball game. 10:25 left to go in the fourth quarter. Danish Jenkins has the top of the key against Highland, looking to set up the offense. Over to Duncan Robinson. Duncan has it. They're going to call a foul before the shot on Julius Randle, I believe. And it's going to be Pistons basketball. My fault. Shannon Jr. I keep saying Troy Jr. It's Shannon Jr. My apologies. Terrence Shannon Jr. My fault, guys. Shannon Jr. I don't know why I kept saying Troy Jr. 85-83 basketball game. Dennis Jenkins has it top of the key. Paul Reed sets the screen. Looking to operate over to Duncan Robinson. Goes to his right. Danis has it. Floater off the window is no good. In and out, boarded by Naz Reid. Reid has it. He's double teamed by the Pistons out of bounds. It's going to be Pistons basketball. Naz Reid is asking for a challenge. It was a great trap from Ausar and Paul Reed. Timberwolves last second if they're going to challenge this or not. They're not going to challenge this, so it's Pistons basketball. Ausar, wow, catches it, fires over to Devontae Green. He tries a wide open three. That's off the mark, boarded by the Timberwolves. 85-83. Shannon Jr. gets it over to Kyle Anderson. Anderson on the right wing against Dennis Jenkins. Over to Julius Randle against Paul Reed. Randle drives inside, loses the ball. Great defense from Paul Reed. They're going to call a foul on the Timberwolves there. I think on Julius Randle. Before they got to half court there. One of the worst officiating crews I've seen. Yeah, they've missed a lot of calls in this game so far. Vegas is secretly calling him in their earpieces. 85-83 basketball game. Duncan Robinson looking to inbound this pass here to Dennis Jenkins. On the right wing here, looking to set up the offense over to Duncan Robinson. Catch and shoot three for Duncan is in and out. Ball is deflected up to Kyle Anderson. Still a 2-point game. Pistons haven't made a shot in a while. Julius Randle drives inside here. It's going to be blocked by Paul Reed. Now they're going to call a late foul on Paul Reed. Paul Reed gets called for the foul. And it's going to be Julius Randle. He's going to go back to the free throw line. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there was some horrible calls in that Thunder and Pistons game. Horrible calls. Like, SGA probably got 6 more free throws than he should have gotten in that game. Julius Randle, free throw on the way is good. Back to a 3-point lead for the Timberwolves. Timberwolves currently sitting at the 5 seed right now. They're trying to catch Houston for the 4 seed. They're about a half a game behind the Rockets right now. Julius Randle at the free throw line. Second free throw is good. 4-point basketball game. 87-83. 9:25 left to play in the fourth quarter here. Dennis Jenkins has it. Crosses half court. Working against Mike Conley. Over to Duncan Robinson against Shannon Jr. Duncan looking for the open man here. Over to Dennis Jenkins. Paul Reed sets the screen. Jenkins rolls off it. Drives to his right. Inside here. Shot off the window is good. Nice drive inside by Dennis Jenkins. Back to a 2-point game. 87-85 basketball game. 9 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Julius Randle has it over to Conley. Conley has it against Jenkins. Goes to his left against Paul Reed. Back over now to Naz Reid. Reid has it. Drives inside here. Shot is no good. Boarded by Duncan Robinson. Naz Reid might have gotten away with a travel there. Duncan Robinson over to Paul Reed, top of the key here, looking to set up the offense. Over to Duncan Robinson, backdoor find to Paul Reed. Paul Reed has it, drives inside. Shot is off the mark, no good. Boarded by the Timberwolves. Timberwolves get it back here. Kyle Anderson in transition against Dennis Jenkins. Over to Naz Reid at the top of the key. Over to Shannon Jr. Kyle Anderson gets it, drives inside, spin move, backdoor find of Julius Randle. Beautiful backdoor cut from Julius Randle right there. 89-85 basketball game. Timberwolves up by 4 with 8:10 left to play in the fourth quarter. Ausar Thompson has it on the left wing here, working against Kyle Anderson. Over to Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins drives, draws the foul. Count the bucket and the foul for Dennis Jenkins. Big time shot down the stretch from Dennis. Cade loves it on the bench. With a free throw made, he could get this down to a 1-point possession. What a drive from Dennis Jenkins. Draws the contact on Mike Conley. Cade loves it. He's going to go to the free throw line. Jenkins has it top of the key here, looking to put in the free throw for the Pistons to make it a 1-point game. Dennis Jenkins, if he makes his free throw, would have 20 on the night. Dennis at the free throw line. Jenkins has been very solid for the Pistons. Again, huge shoes to fill when Cade went down. He's been doing terrific. Jenkins knocks down the free throw. 1-point basketball game. 89-88, Timberwolves up by 1. Cade watching from the sidelines on the Pistons bench along with Isaiah Stewart. Good to see the Pistons getting getting interesting down the stretch here. Conley intercepted by Duncan Robinson. Duncan has it back the other way. Great defensive find from Duncan Robinson. Over to Asar Thompson down low. Asar, left-handed hook shot is good. Big time shot for Asar Thompson. The Pistons regain the lead. 90-89 basketball game. 7:30 left to play in the fourth quarter here. Kyle Anderson has it over to Naz Reid. Reid drives inside here. Left-handed layup is no good. Boarded by Asar Thompson. Here come the Pistons. Asar has it. Crosses half court. Over to Duncan Robinson. Robinson drives inside here to JD for the missed layup. Oh, that would have been perfect if he would have made that. 7:20 left to go here. Julius Randle drives inside over to Mike Conley. Conley fires it over to Kyle Anderson. Anderson inside to Naz Reid from the corner for three. He traveled. Kyle Anderson gets called for the travel before the shot was up. And it's a turnover from the Timberwolves. Here comes Rudy Gobert back in the game for the Timberwolves. Like and subscribe if you guys are new to the stream. It's free. It helps me out a ton. Welcome to the show, folks. Pistons up by 1. They're going to get the basketball back here. 7:14 left to go. Pistons up by 1. Asar Thompson looking to inbound the pass here to Danis Jenkins. Big time possession in this game for both teams. Jalen Duren has the top of the key, working against Julius Randle. Over to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson has it against Shan Jr. Drives inside, back over to Asar Thompson. Finds Ron Holland. Holland drives inside here, throws it down. Ron Holland goes all the way to the rim. Back-to-back dunks for Mr. Ron Holland. 7-0 run from the Stones. 92-89 basketball game. Over to Mike Conley. Long 2 is no good. It's going to be out of bounds. Airballs it. Pistons get it back here up 3. 92-89 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all stopping into the action. I believe we got another timeout underway here. Pistons take a timeout. They got 1 left remaining, I believe. Ron Holland, though. Big time dunks in this game in the fourth quarter. Looked like his eye was okay. The last dunk he had, he got fouled across the face by Julius Randle. It wasn't called a foul, though, and luckily his eye is all right, and we're going to a commercial break. Pistons up by 3 over the Timberwolves. Appreciate you guys all stopping into the action. Welcome to the party, folks. Yeah, Holland, you know, he came into the Knicks series last year again for his first playoff appearance, and I think he got playoff jitters. He didn't really do much in the playoffs last year. I'm telling you, this entire core now has a full year of playoff experience under their belt. JD, Isaiah Stewart, Cade now has it. Tobias has been in multiple playoff appearances. So is Duncan Robinson, Kevin Huerter as well. So you got a good combination of like young guys entering their second playoff series this year. You got multiple vets that have done it in the playoffs before. And it's going to be interesting to see how this team clicks come the postseason. Yeah, that's an interesting question, the kid. If Jalen Duren makes All-NBA team, his contract goes up. So it's amazing. I would be so happy for Jalen Duren. He deserves it. He's been playing like an All-NBA player. The problem, though, is he would get a way bigger deal if that was the case. And with the next 5 games left, there's a chance he might make an All-NBA team. So, listen, you're going to pay him $200+ million anyway this season. What's an extra $50 million on top of it? You know, he deserves it. And honestly, fine. Like, at that point, you would have 2 All-NBA guys on your team in Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham with an improving player in Asar Thompson, one of the best defenders. Like, I would be perfectly fine for that, 1,000%. BER on Twitch. Thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm so sorry I'm butchering your last name there. Thank you so much for the... Oh, sorry. That's 1,000 bits. Right? Oh, he typed it out. Oh, you. you typed it out. I had fun. Yeah, Quagmire. Yeah, so YouTube's the main platform, so if you want to check it out on YouTube, you can. It's just the Carson Shear Show on YouTube. But we also stream on Twitch as well, just for the heck of it. So, yeah. It was fun. All right, so back in business. Yeah, Tobias Harris left this game due to a knee contusion. He was going for a shot against Gobert, and he came down awkwardly on, I thought it was his ankle on Gobert, but yeah, he had fun. All right, 92-89 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show, folks. Pistons up by 3 here. They get the basketball back. Dennis Jenkins has it back the other way for the Pistons. Dennis Jenkins goes to his right, working down low inside here. Right-handed hook shot is no good. JD grabs the board, though, puts it up, and gets fouled. Jalen Duren grabs the board from Dennis Jenkins. He's going to go back to the free throw line. How many blocks does Jalen Duren have? 2. He's got 2 blocks in this game so far. Jalen Duren, since the All-Star break ended, he's been averaging 23 points a game. That is fantastic. Duren free throws good. 93-89 basketball game. Pistons up by 4. So anybody's game here. Plenty of time left. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It's free. It helps me out. Welcome to the show, folks. Jalen Duren, second free throw on the way is good. Pistons up by 5. Love to see it. 6:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. Shannon Jr. has it. Crosses half court, working against Duncan Robinson. Over to Ayo Dosunmu. Ayo drives to his right, working down low here over to Naz Reid. Reid against Asar Thompson. Reid has it, drives inside. Right-handed shot is no good. Great defense from Asar Thompson. Over to Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins has it on the left wing here. Over to Duncan Robinson. Tried to lob it up to Asar Thompson for the slam. What a shot from... Holy cow, what a play. Duncan Robinson lobbed that up from beyond the three-point line to Asar Thompson for the alley-oop. What a play that was. I couldn't even figure out the words right there. Duncan Robinson caught it on the right wing. He saw Asar Thompson trailing backdoor and threw up a perfect pass to Asar Thompson. What a pass from Duncan Robinson to Asar for the finish. LCA exploded after that play. What a pass from Duncan. 96-89 basketball game. 5:50 left to go in the fourth quarter. Ayo has it on the left wing against Asar Thompson. Over to Julius Randle. Randle has it against Ron Holland. He gets fouled, and Julius Randle's going to go to the free throw line. What a freaking play that was. Holy cow. It looked like, it was weird because I'm like, is Duncan shooting that? And it looked like an awkward angle, and he was passing that to Asar Thompson. That is going to be on Sports Center Top 10. That was an unbelievable pass from Duncan Robinson. Wow. He just threw it up there, and Asar went up and got it. Julius Randle knocks down the free throw, back to a 6-point game. That was a crazy play right there. 5:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. I couldn't even, I saw it and I was blown away. I couldn't even speak. I'm like, what just happened? Duncan Robinson threw that up? Good stuff. Julius Randle misses the free throw. Pistons grab the board. Back over to Asar Thompson. Back over to Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins has it, crosses half court here. Duncan Robinson looking to set the screen here. Jenkins rolls off it. Drives inside. Floater for Jenkins is no good. Jalen Duren's there for the rebound and the slam. It looked like it was almost a pass. Jenkins airballed it though, and Jalen Duren just went up, grabbed it, and just threw it down. 13-1 run for the Pistons here. Dante DiVincenzo has the top of the key working against Duncan Robinson. 5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Timberwolves need a basket here. Julius Randle drives inside over to Dante, finds Kyle Anderson. Anderson working outside here. He gets called, I think, for the double dribble. It's going to be a turnover for the Timberwolves. You guys got to go look that. That was a phenomenal pass from Duncan Robinson. 98-90 basketball game. 5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Dennis Jenkins has it, top of the key here, working against DiVincenzo. Drives to his left inside, kick it back out to Ron Holland for 3. That's off the mark. Asar's there for the rebound, though. Back outside of Jenkins, finds Ron Holland again. The same spot for 3 again is no good. Boarded by Julius Randle. I like the shot, though, from Ron Holland. He was left wide open. Ayo Dosunmu drives inside. Floater is good. 98-92 basketball game. Hey, Dad. Yeah, it's been a good game so far. 4:30 left to go in the fourth quarter. 98-92 basketball game. Duncan Robinson on the right wing here. Bad pass intercepted by the Timberwolves. Timberwolves get it back down low here to Julius Randle. Randle outside now to Dosunmu. He's going to lose the basketball. It goes out of bounds. Turnover Timberwolves. 98-92 basketball game. Pistons up by 6. 4:15 left to go in regulation. Gobert sits down. Pistons up by 6 here. They got one timeout left, though. All right. Asar Thompson, top of the key here, over to Dance Jenkins. Jenkins has it. Finds Ron Holland. Holland kick it back out to Asar Thompson on the right wing. JD sets the screen. Asar rolls down here inside. Mid-range jump shot for Asar is no good. JD grabs the rebound, though. He loses it. It's going to be stolen away by the Timberwolves. Kyle Anderson has it, and I think they're going to call a timeout here. Timberwolves call a timeout, down 6 with 4 minutes left. Pistons is my team. 98-92 basketball game. We're going to a commercial break. You guys have got to go look up that pass. That was one of the craziest passes I've seen. Duncan Robinson was standing there beyond the three-point line. He caught it in transition from Jenkins, and he was debating whether to shoot it or to pass it. And with a one-handed lob pass, found Asar Thompson cutting backdoor for the alley-oop slam. That was an unbelievable play from Duncan Robinson. Wow. Absolutely insane, man. Pistons up by 6. I can't believe that pass. That was so crazy. Final score prediction, 110-102. Nice. Here we go. Good stuff all around. Julius Randle's got 23 points. He's the leading scorer for the Timberwolves. Conley's got 14. Naz Reid's doing pretty good off the bench. He's got 16 points off the bench. Jalen Duren showing up once again. 20 points, 13 boards. Jenkins has got 20 points. You got some very solid production. Everybody in this game has scored off the Pistons roster. Herter's got 10. LeVert with 7. Holland with 8. It's just good stuff all around. 41% from the three-point line. If Asar gets some offense going along with his defense, he's going to be unstoppable. I agree 1,000%, Eric. I think, it's more of Asar can score, but his points come from rebound putback dunks or tiny little layups in between or off steals or in transition. He's slowly working on a jump shot. But again, we're counting on him for his defense, and he's one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. And he's done a terrific job in this game once again. It seems like every time he starts with the Pistons, he's always dealt with the toughest task in guarding the opposing team's best player every single night. But to have a guy on a rookie deal win the award twice in the same season is fantastic for the Pistons. Isaiah Stewart won it too. I think it was November or December he won the award. And then I think Asar won it January and March. But that's just terrific to see. We're getting back from a commercial break. Pistons 98, Timberwolves 92. If you guys are new to the stream, do me a favor, like and subscribe. Let me know who's here in the chat. I promise I don't bite. So let me know if you guys are Pistons fans, Timberwolves fans, NBA fans. Like I said, we got the playoffs coming up a couple weeks from now. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be sweet. Yeah, good defender, 100%. Yeah, it's, and again, he's our baby Dennis Rodman. He's known for his defense. And like I said, it's all we need him to do. If he can add an offensive game, that's just a bonus on top. We're not expecting that, but if he can do that, that'd be just perfect all around. What's up, Christina? What's up, Darren? Everybody rules. Welcome to the show, folks. We're back from commercial break. Timberwolves 92, Pistons 98. Timberwolves get the basketball back here. Naz Reid has it. Catch and shoot 3 for Naz Reid is no good. Boarded by Duncan Robinson. 3:40 left to go in regulation. Pistons have one timeout left. Jenkins has it top of the key here, working against Kyle Anderson. Over to Kevin Herter. Herter has it now, top of the key. JD sets the screen. They're going to call a foul, though, on Dante DiVincenzo. So he gets called for the reach-in foul. You're a big fan because you got 150 on him. There you go. Yeah, it was kind of a game time decision for Anthony Edwards tonight for the Timberwolves. But he was a late scratch in this one. 98-92. Kevin Huerter at the free throw line. Pistons are in the bonus. Kevin Huerter free throw on the way is good. 99-92. Pistons up by 7. 3:29 left to go in the fourth quarter. Kevin Huerter's back at the free throw line. Free throw on the way here for Kevin Huerter is good. 192 basketball game. Pistons up by 8. Pistons take a timeout. Another timeout commercial break here. So Pistons use their final timeout of the game. They're up 8 over the Timberwolves. And we're going to another commercial break. Another commercial break. Fantastic. Yeah, and again, like, Timberwolves are missing two of their best scorers, Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards. They just played them, 5 days ago? Was that Saturday or Sunday? Saturday, right? I think they played them Saturday. Took them down 109-87. It's been a way more competitive game now in the second matchup. Julius Randle has played pretty well for the Timberwolves. But, I mean, you talk about the improvement of this defense. I mean, Jalen Duren, Ron Holland, Kevin Huerter even. Asar Thompson, we know how good of a defender he is. Wow, they're actually showing a stat right now. They're leading. Is that right? Wow. They're leading. They call it hustle stats. Block steals and turnovers forced. Most in the NBA. That's fantastic. Pistons up by 8. Cade Cunningham and Isaiah Stewart both watching from the Pistons sidelines, hoping to get Isaiah Stewart back healthy for the Sixers game on Saturday. Again, he's a big part of our team and our defense, so need Isaiah Stewart back. Same with Cade Cunningham, obviously. And hopefully Tobias Harris is all right. I'm hoping that knee contusion isn't anything serious. Maybe he might miss a couple games, but it's kind of scary when you get guys injured. Appreciate you, Darren. Thanks, buddy. April Red Wings are here. What's the score, MSU? I saw we were up 2-1 going into the third period. 192 basketball game. Timberwolves down by 8. They get it back here. They need a score on this possession here. Julius Randle has it at the top of the key over to Dante DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo nearly lost it over to Julius Randle. Randle has on the left wing against Jalen Duren. Step back 3 for Julius Randle's no good. Boarded by Danis Jenkins. Jenkins has it in transition here. Working down low over to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson catch and shoot. 3 is good. Duncan Robinson is fired up going down the floor. 103-92 LCA's on their feet. 2:50 left to play here. That shot is blocked by Jalen Duren out of bounds. Give Duren 3 blocks in this game. Are they going to call a foul? Is that a foul on JD? That can't be a foul, is it? They might have called a late foul on JD instead of a block. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's just a block. I'm pretty sure it's a block. That's a big-time shot for Duncan, though. 2:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. All right. They do call it a foul on JD, so it's not a block. So good take from Ayo Dosunmu. 103-93. Big-time shot for Duncan. 1 point, loves that. Good time stuff here. Appreciate you, Darren. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys will stop in and have a ton of fun doing this. 103-94 basketball game. Pistons up by 9. Pistons looking to put the nail in the coffin here. 2:50 left to go in regulation. Danis Jenkins has it top of the key here, working against Kyle Anderson. Over to Jalen Duren. Duren has on the right wing, back over to Kevin Huerter. Huerter has the top of the key over to Danis Jenkins. Jenkins mid-range jump shot for Danis Jenkins is good. Big-time shot for Danis. He's got, I think, 22 in this game. 105-94. Julius Randle has it on the left wing here over to Naz Reid. Reid has it. Backdoor find to Kyle Anderson. Anderson out to Julius Randle. Randle inside here. Shot is off the mark. He gets fouled by, I think, Duncan Robinson. A late foul call on Duncan. Yeah, no timeouts left for the Pistons. I think. Unless I'm mistaken. I could have swore the Pistons took their final timeout. Unless it was the Timberwolves. It might have been the Timberwolves, actually, that called the timeout. Timeouts are kind of hard to to detect sometimes, especially when there's really no commercial break. But I guess it was called on the Timberwolves, so the Pistons do have a timeout left. 105-95. Thanks, the kid. Appreciate you. Jenkins is 2 assists away from a double-double. Nice. Julius Randle's at the free throw line. Second free throw is good. 105-96. 9-point basketball game, 2 minutes left. Barring any catastrophic events here, the Pistons should be able to win this game. 2:05 left to go here. Jalen Duren at the top of the key, working against Julius Randle. Goes to his right. Spin move on JD. All the way to the paint. Layup is no good, though. Boarded by Kyle Anderson. Anderson off to Naz Reid. Reid has it on the right wing here. Over to Ayo Dosunmu. Switches around to Kyle Anderson. Anderson finds Naz Reid. Catch and shoot 3 for Naz Reid is good. That's a big-time shot for Naz Reid right there. It's a 6-point game now. That was a huge shot for the Timberwolves. 105-99. It just got a little interesting now. 138 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jenkins has it, top of the key here. Pistons are looking for a basket. JD sets the screen. Jenkins rolls off it, goes to his left, bothered by Julius Randle. Jenkins got to get a shot off. 3 seconds. Mid-range jump shot. Off the glass is good. Did he call bank? Is it open on a Thursday night? It is in the Motor City. Holy cow, what a shot from Jenkins off the window. Julius Randle on the right wing here. Back over to Ayo Dosunmu. Dosunmu drives inside the paint here. Right-handed layup is good. Jenkins was intentionally trying to shoot that off the bank, too, based off that angle. 107 left to play in the first quarter. JD has it, blows by all the defense, and he's going to get fouled. So a foul called on Julius Randle, I believe. What a shot from Dennis Jenkins that was right there. Wings up by 2 with 9 minutes left. Wings have got to have that, man. I mean, especially against the Flyers, we'll see. All right, so officially now the Pistons take their final timeout. So now we're going to a commercial break. 107-101. Pistons have the ball. Timberwolves are still kind of in this. Pistons, I would imagine, are probably going to take this down to the final second of the shot clock. If they miss, they'd have about roughly 40 seconds left, and the Timberwolves could knock down a 3 to make it a 3-point game. So this game isn't over yet, but the Timberwolves need to stop, and they're probably going to have to knock down a 3 here. They're outshot 33-19, but the Wings are up 4-2. We need that game badly. Yeah, go Red Wings. 107-101. We're getting back from a commercial break here. JB Bickerstaff is drawing up a play. Yeah, this is a big possession. I think if the Pistons score on this possession, you can actually firmly say this game's over. If they miss, though, Timberwolves have a chance still. It's just over a minute left to play in regulation. Like I said, if you guys are new to the stream, do me a favor, like and subscribe. It's free. It helps me out a ton. Welcome to the show, folks. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers. We're about, I think, 80-ish away from 2,000. So if you guys want to help me out, hit the subscribe button. Welcome to the show, folks. 104 left to play in the fourth quarter. Dennis Jenkins has it, top of the key, working against Kyle Anderson. Ball in hand. Like I said, probably waiting for the final second of the shot clock to let go of this shot here. Duncan Robinson fires back over to Jenkins. Jenkins has it, drives inside the paint here. Right-handed layup is blocked by the Timberwolves. So the Pistons are going to get it back. This is also a pretty big rebound here if the shot is missed. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Have you heard of Cohen Carr, Asar Thompson? Yeah. Backdoor find on Duncan Robinson. Shot is missed. Here come the Timberwolves back the other way. Timberwolves in transition. Poked away by Duncan Robinson. Kevin Huerter gets it back here inside of Jalen Duren. Duren misses the shot. It's boarded by Dante DiVincenzo. Down low to Julius Randle. Randle layup is good. How often do you see Duncan Robinson and Kevin Huerter both on the floor for the Pistons? You don't see that too often. Jalen Duren has it. He's fouled immediately by the Timberwolves. So the Pistons are up 4 with 31 seconds left. Timberwolves aren't going away yet. Let's see if JD can knock down these free throws. Asar Thompson's looking like he's about to get checked back into the game here. Jalen Duren at the free throw line. Big free throw here for JD. First free throw on the way is good. 108-103. Timberwolves do have 2 timeouts left. Asar Thompson comes back on the floor. JD looking to give the Pistons a 6-point lead. Jalen Duren, free throw's no good. Boarded by Kyle Anderson. Now they're going to call an immediate timeout. So, Timberwolves are still in this. Here's the situation. There's 31 seconds left on the game clock. Okay, 24 seconds on the shot clock. So a 7-second differential here. If the Timberwolves score fast, this is an interesting ball game because you're going to, they could foul the Pistons back. They could play defense. You'd have about roughly 4 seconds left if the Pistons missed their next basket. But an interesting situation here the Timberwolves are putting themselves in. So they're going to get the ball back. They're in a timeout right now. I'm assuming the play call is immediately score. Because if they immediately score, you're going to have more time left on the game clock than you will the shot clock, which is going to make them play defense if they would to go be down by, let's say, 3 here, if they make a basket. If they make a 3 on this possession from the Timberwolves, it gets way more interesting because you could play the free throw game. You could force them to score. But this is pretty much a do or die possession here for the Timberwolves. They have to score on this possession, and probably quick too, to make sure there's enough time left that overlaps the game clock to the shot clock. So they would have enough time back if they were to make a stop back the other way. All right, so Pistons get it back here. 31 seconds left on the game clock, 24 on the shot clock. Timberwolves basketball out of bounds. Pistons 108, Timberwolves 103. Up by 5. Julius Randle catches it over to Kyle Anderson. Finds Dante DiVincenzo. He tries a 3. Way off the mark. Boarded by Jalen Duren. Wow. So they got a good shot off from Dante. He misses the shot, though. If he would have made that would have made it really interesting. So now you're in a little bit of a hole if you're the Timberwolves. Now it's exactly about the same between the game clock and the shot clock. Dante DiVincenzo is really struggling tonight. He had a way better game the last time these two teams played. 108-103. So JD's back at the free throw line. Looking to give the Timberwolves the Pistons a 7-point lead if he makes both of these. JD misses the first free throw. All right. JD misses the first one. If he makes the second one here, it'd be a 6-point lead for the Pistons with 24 seconds left on the game clock. So pretty much the shot clock is pretty much turned off. He does. 109-103. Timberwolves need a basket. Probably if they have to get a 3 here, I would imagine. Timberwolves have it top of the key here, working inside. Ayo gets the quick 2, goes to the layup. They're going to call a foul, too. Wow. They called a foul on Kevin Huerter, so it's an and 1. All right, it just got interesting now. Ayo goes at Kevin Huerter. They call a foul on Kevin Huerter, so it's an and 1 opportunity for the Timberwolves here. All right, a little drama in the final seconds here of this game. They call a foul on Kevin Huerter, so he's going to go to the free throw line, try and knock down this free throw to make it a 1-possession game. Ayo free throw on the way is good. It's a 3-point game with 17 seconds left. Javonte Green inbounds to Jenkins. Jenkins looking to run out the clock here. He does. Finally gets fouled by the Timberwolves against Naz Reid. So Jenkins is going to go to the free throw line. And honestly, this is probably the guy you want on the free throw line for the Pistons. I think right now, yeah, I'd probably have Jenkins at the free throw line. It's either between him, Javonte Green, Huerter, or Duren. He's 81%, which is okay for a point guard. Free throw's good. 110-106. All right, so it's a 4-point lead. This is interesting, too, for the spread because the spread was like, I think, 5 or 5.5. 110-106. 14 seconds left to go in regulation. Pistons up by 4. Jenkins, free throw on the way, is good. So it's a 5-point game, 14 seconds left. Timberwolves use their final timeout of the game, so nobody has a timeout left. Yeah, because it was weird because it was like 2.5 when Anthony Edwards was questionable. And then when he got ruled out, it like jumped up to 4.5, 5, I think. So, a little bit interesting here. But we're going to another commercial break. The final one, hopefully, of this game, because nobody has a timeout left. But if you guys are new to the stream, appreciate you guys all stopping in. Welcome to the show. Durance is also at 22.5, and he missed those 2 free throws. Interesting. Very interesting. Again, taking a look at the Eastern Conference here. Pistons have a 4-game lead right now over the Celtics. You got the Knicks as the 3 seed, Cavs as the 4. And then you got 5, 6, 7, 8, all within like a game of each other. So, Pistons looking at the 8 seed for the 1 seed for their playoff matchup. There's a lot of teams that they could face. Magic, the Heat, the Hornets, the Raptors. Again, the Sixers game is going to be a big game for Philly on Saturday because they're borderline the 6 seed dropping to the 7 seed. And the 6 seed's a big deal because you're guaranteed a playoff spot. So, again, you don't want to be on that 7, 8, 9, 10 line if you can help it because you don't want to play your way into the playoffs, basically. So, 111-106. Timberwolves get it back here. Dante DiVincenzo fires off for 3. That shot is no good. It's going to be boarded by the Pistons underneath. And it looks like, who just got called for the foul? Alex Rodriguez is sitting courtside. I think he's a co-owner of the Timberwolves, I believe. Did they call a late foul on Asar? Come on. They can't call that a foul. Io missed the 3, and it looked like Asar was pushed into Io DeSumo. I don't know if they're calling that a foul or not. That was a weird play right there. There's 9 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pistons 111, Timberwolves 106. Yeah, he's the co-owner. That was a weird play right there. Pistons get the basketball back. So, Dosumu wanted a foul. They didn't give it to him, though. So it's Pistons basketball. They fouled him immediately off the Io miss. 112-106 basketball game. Pistons up by 6. 8 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Barring some miracle, the Pistons should win this game. 113-106. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Timberwolves go all the way to the rim, put up a layup, and that should be all she wrote here. 113-108. Timberwolves steal it. Catch and shoot 3 for Naz Reid is off the mark for a little bit of dramatics there, right there. And the Pistons are going to win this game. Clock officially expires. Pistons 113, Timberwolves 108. They sweep the Timberwolves in the regular season. Again, though, with Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, it's going to be a tough out in the postseason. Pistons continue to get their way to officially locking up the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Like and subscribe. I love you all. God bless. I'm your host, Carson, and we will see you all on the next play-by-play live stream, Pistons and 76ers, Saturday night. Adios, amigos. Love you all. God bless. See you guys on Saturday.